insert drink, and hit play. Hey guys, what's up? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. You have John Daniels here. Welcome to another episode of BlueRayDismay. I have my two counterparts here.
The Right Honorable Javier Ian Marcellus Ignatius II, Esquire.
And Bruno Diaz, a.k.a. Johnny C., a.k.a. Johnny Walker.
Johnny Walker, wake up. All right, guys. Tonight we are doing Unforgiven, old school. Clint Eastwood, old school Western action. Yeah, that was a better sound effect. So I guess, we can talk about Clint Eastwood and his portfolio for a while, or some of the background of the movie, or if you just want to just jump into it, guys, whatever you want. It doesn't matter to me. Like Javier, Johnny Walker.
Any background?
Let's just saddle up this pony.
Saddle up this pony. Okay. So for those of you following along on the 4K, I'm about to hit play in 3, 2, 1.
And
So yeah, movie
We got
started.
the Warner Brothers logo popping up right now.
So he said this is supposed to be his last Western, was it?
it was, yeah. So far, he hasn't made another one.
Okay.
It was more or less his swan song, the Westerns.
Yeah.
So
Looking
check this
to
out.
And
Out.
it's like, and I thought that was like a parallel to the character in the movie, and like partly why he like
Yeah, all
that's
that
why it is the way it is.
Yeah, that's actually a
His
lot of
character in the movie
He's
based
Eastwood,
on his real life.
He's Eastwood playing Eastwood.
Yeah.
It's his old Eastwood.
And yeah.
And then we got
You know this
opening
little
narration.
piano tune? He actually, Clint Eastwood, like made this piano tune. Like
Yeah.
this is him.
He did the theme, yeah.
He's a pianist.
William Money, a known thief and murderer, a man of notoriously vicious and intemperate
It's
disposition.
heartbreaking to her mother. She would marry
Yeah.
this thief
So
and
apparently,
murder her.
1878 was a rough year.
Oh, come on. Don't discriminate, guys.
Mhm.
And it's
1878.
well, that
So wait,
was
what
3
year
years
is
ago.
this?
1878.
This is
Okay.
1888.
Yeah.
His wife's been dead
You know,
for 3 years.
I didn't even know that in that first scene he's burying his wife. I had
Yeah,
no
yeah.
clue. I thought he was just like making a whatever, like working on his farm.
No, that was the grave, yeah.
Now we're at
Yes.
Big Whiskey, 1880.
Right. So, Wyoming. And apparently they're still in Kansas.
2 or 3 years later.
Yeah. And it's raining a lot in this movie, actually, come to think of it. It's raining here, and it's going to rain again later. In important scenes, it rains a lot.
Yeah.
Okay, so the director is Clint Eastwood. The writer is David Webb Peoples. And from what I understand, Clint Eastwood purchased the script with very minimal edits. So he kind of kept true to, I guess, what the script was, the original script was at least. And here we're at the first scene where this guy's getting busy with one of the girls. I think it's Strawberry Alice, right? She's like the mistress or whatever, like the head mistress.
Oh, yeah, the head
Yeah, the head lady,
honcho.
Right.
head honcho.
There's disturbance in the house. She threw a bedpan at him.
Yeah.
That's
Wait,
really gross.
What was that?
The bedpan.
Well, he's got a knife at her.
Yeah.
And what's messed up is like this guy like holds her down.
That's why he should be killed, because he's like, hold him,
Yeah.
and hold her, and then the dude actually listens.
And then he stops.
Right.
yeah, but still, he still held her down for the initial.
way too late. He stops way too
Yeah, he's
late.
cutting her face up, man.
There's some really just this movie just starts right into the sex and violence,
Into the grit.
and it's like doesn't exactly go where you're thinking you do.
He
Notice
cuts
the-
her a lot.
And now,
As soon as he
who's
hears
that
that
guy?
Skinny DeBois. As soon as he hears a click,
Skinny,
he's like,
yeah.
he suddenly shuts down.
Yeah, that'll do it for you.
And that is a Colt 1860 Army that he was holding on him. Single action revolver.
What was it again?
A Colt 1860 Army model.
Yeah, he could have just shot him, really.
He should have, man, cutting up
No.
his girls
It
like
would have
that.
saved this movie a lot of time.
Would have saved the whole movie.
See the movie?
Yeah.
No, let's just not get into this how it should have ended territory, because that website's frankly a lot of BS.
What?
All right, so now we got this girl
I can say
laid
whatever.
out. I mean, all cut up.
and no relation to anything else.
All cut up. I mean, her face is just like oozing blood, and all her sisters are just, all her girls next to her are like, okay.
She was laughing at him.
She's
And then he
laughing at
started
his
cutting her.
laughing at his package. Strawberry
Yeah.
Alice.
She's like, hang him.
Damn. So there are a lot of intros real quick. Okay, let me just go. So Gene Hackman already just made his debut here, and he's kind of just investigating what's going on with the scene.
Little Bill there, yeah.
Yeah, Gene Hackman plays Little Bill Daggett. And just to name off a couple of films that he's in, Get Shorty, Bonnie and Clyde.
Oh, yeah, Get
The
Shorty.
French Connection from 1971, which, by the way, that's old school action Gene Hackman. That thing is cool, man. They also made French Connection 2 in 1975. He, of course, played Lex Luthor in the original Superman, Superman 2, and Superman 4. He played Nicholas Earp as Wyatt Earp in that movie Wyatt Earp, or Nicholas Earp in the movie Wyatt Earp. He was in Quick and the Dead. Remember that, guys?
Oh yeah.
I was waiting for you to get around to that.
He was in Absolute Power as President Richmond, Enemy of the State opposite Will Smith. Remember that one? That was kind of cool. Under Suspicion, Royal Tenenbaums, the crazy dad.
Heartbreakers.
Runaway Jury, and The Birdcage.
And you left out the Poseidon Adventure.
Which one?
The Poseidon Adventure.
The old one?
Yeah.
Oh wow, that is him.
Yeah.
He is old.
That was like Hackman in his prime.
Old Hackman.
Old Hackman.
I like him in Heartbreakers where he's just always coughing and dying.
So Strawberry Alice, who's there kind of just, she wants little Bill to do something to that. I mean, she feels terrible for what happened to her girls. And she's like literally waiting there. Like, are you serious? Are you going to whip him? Are you going to beat him? Are you going to kill him?
Hang him.
She told him, she said hang him, yeah.
Right.
I mean, this guy
a little bit of bloodthirsty, but then
could
he is
have like
blood for
shot
blood,
him.
And so, but they're negotiating now. So it went from hang him to like whip him. Now it's like now we're gonna trade some ponies.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do the cutting. So it's really gotten to a real weird area here where suddenly like treating people like livestock or being traded for livestock.
Yeah.
There's the bullwhip, Bill.
You held her down. You get two.
No,
They
Strawberry
should still
Alice,
get a whipping too.
Strawberry Alice is pissed. She's looking back there.
Yeah, that's a great line.
You ain't even gonna whip him.
Find him.
So,
yeah.
I know they're like negotiating the benefit for the owner.
Right.
Yeah.
Now he's manhandling a little bit Strawberry Alice, who,
like
may I add,
Frances Fisher?
Yes, Frances Fisher.
Is she in Titanic?
Yes, she is. I think she's the mom, right? She played in Roseanne, Matlock, Law and Order, Striptease as Donna Garcia. She was in Titanic, Outer Limits, Gone in 60 Seconds, X-Files, Boston Legal, ER. She was in 2.5 Men even.
Well, let's interrupt this stream of credits to
2.5
listen
Men?
to Gene Hackman's like hypocrisy laid out for him.
What?
It's because the cowboys aren't like criminals, and she's like,
Oh, that's why he's gonna whip them. Yeah, and you're just whores.
Yeah, so that's why his morality is sort of twisted in that way, where it's like he doesn't have any sympathy for them because they're wicked, quote unquote. Even
Johnny
though
Walker.
everyone uses their services.
They are working girls, working class girls.
Well, no.
Oh yeah,
Hackman considers them wicked, and the cowboys are just like cowboys out for a fun time. So it's like boys will be boys. We'll look the other way. And
cutting faces.
Strawberry Alice
boys
is not
will
happy
be
with
boys.
Yeah, cutting faces. I'm not sure that falls in
That's
the
kind of
category.
weird. You don't want that dude in your town.
It's a rough and violent time, man. I'm not condoning or excusing it. Just let me make that clear.
Yeah.
I'm just pointing out that's the way Hackman's morality seems to
And
operate.
and it just goes to show
yeah.
like how shitty of a sheriff he is, and he's like, well, just give him some ponies. I don't need to whip them.
She even says
They're
it. She's
fine.
like, we ain't horses.
Yeah.
And this is when the plans
This
start
is
to
what
come
they're
together.
worth is some ponies.
So they start to collate
It's
and
like
plan
ruin
things
my
out.
face. Oh, give her a pony.
All right, let me finish her credits. Strawberry Alice, she was in Sons of Anarchy, CSI, Criminal Minds, and Masters of Sex, that Showtime series, that funky series.
I don't have cable.
And then Delilah, who's all cut up. I believe she's Anna Levine, who has been in Fatal Attraction as a secretary. She was an elevator, bystander person in Wall Street. She was in True Romance as Lucy.
True Romance. That's how I think that's where I recognize her.
And then The Crow as Darla, and then Bad Boys as Francine, who's like the little computer lady who was like duped by the bad guy in Bad Boys.
Yeah. Maybe that's what I'm thinking.
So yeah, it's funny. I mean, you see them.
What's weird is what the girl that got cut, Delilah, is that her name?
Yeah.
I don't like the way they give the head working girl, what's her name? Strawberry
Alice.
Alice. They give her like more of like lines and time and like almost more of a character than the girl that actually gets cut. She only gets like one scene.
Well, the girl that gets
when
cut
she talks
is she's like ashamed. She's
well,
like,
I mean, she's kind of. I mean, like that's she's the whole point of the movie, and then she's kind of like stands around and everything just kind of like happens around her, which is like kind of weird.
Well, it just like goes to the theme of this movie. The weak get victimized with or without someone to protect them. The weak will get victimized. And so
And
Strawberry
it's
Alice,
everybody around them to
and Strawberry Alice is
deal with
probably
it.
the strongest of the whores, even though they're not strong socially or
Please,
economically.
working girls, change
They're
that W word.
prostitutes.
Oh yes, prostitutes. Yes,
Yes. Anyway.
Oh, are we not saying that?
working prostitutes. No, I'm just kidding. I'm
the
just
billiard
busting your
players.
balls.
Oh,
Just- I don't give a shit.
All right. So she's the strongest of the billiards players.
I'm only saying it because it's a western,
And
and that's what.
Well,
they,
no. To be
So
fair,
she
they
takes-
actually say that.
that's
here
what
in
they'd
the
be
movie.
calling them. So
so
just to make
that's
it
why she
easy.
takes that on herself, I think, to stand up for her, because she doesn't like the way she's been treated. And I guess Delilah's character herself is kind of weak like that.
It is.
That's why she's been
It's meant to
victimized.
be more of
Yeah.
a quiet, kind of very like dismal, very like just very passive role.
I know. It's like every time she's always just kind of standing there, and the camera's just looking at
She's
her.
like,
she's
Right.
it's just her
Look at that
face. and I'm
Scooby Doo
like, "All
looking
right,
up on her
don't forget
face.
the cut, girl." And I'm like, well, give her something to
Yeah.
do or say or
What do you think
something.
about it? A lot of what's driving this movie here is the kid and Strawberry Alice. And
No,
they're
no,
both
that's what I mean, is
relatively
like,
weak,
all
but
this
they
other
need to
stuff
be
is just
strong
like
players,
happening around
or
her.
they're trying to be strong players.
I think they could have gave her some more lines, and then she has that one good scene with Clint Eastwood. So
So-
it's like
So okay, we're
I
at
think
the
there's more there.
scene. We're at the scene,
There could have been
guys,
more.
where Schofield Kid is trying to negotiate a deal with William Money, played by Clint Eastwood.
Right.
And Schofield Kid is kind of just like a little,
he's a little punk.
little punk with a chip on his shoulder, wants something, got something to
Yeah,
prove. Yeah, I
pretty
think
much.
he's
Had
got
a cool uncle, told him some cool things, told him to go after.
He's
the
got more to prove to
old running
himself
buddy.
than anyone else in the film.
Yeah.
In the flick.
Right.
He just talks a lot.
Okay, his name. I'm sorry, I don't have his name. James W. I think, but he was in Dead Presidents as Lieutenant Duggan. He was in The Crow in the TV series, and I think that's pretty much it. He hasn't really been in too much after
Yeah, I
that.
haven't really seen
a lot of
him.
voiceover
Yeah.
work, from what I understand.
Yeah.
You from Schofield?
You from Schofield.
Bust out his
Just
So, okay,
name
Schofield,
myself
Smith and
after
Wesson.
a gun.
right.
I'm not familiar with Javier. Do you know any background on that firearm?
Schofield, yeah, it's good.
Not a whole lot.
It's a good
It's
gun.
manufactured by Smith & Wesson. It is a single-action revolver, usually chambered in 44 or 45 caliber.
Yeah, I
Dude,
think it's supposed to be a
45
higher caliber than the
45
regular one.
ACP. I'll tell you what, man. That damn thing, that kickback, it will just
Right.
distort your accuracy if you're in a gunfight because
I think
you
it's
pop one off.
I think it's supposed. Yeah, it's supposed to be
Well,
like more
keep
powerful.
Keep
than
in
the other
mind, these
ones.
are black powder revolvers, though. So this is before the invention of smokeless powder. So they would all be more or less black powder revolvers.
Okay.
So not as much kick, but still enough to kill you.
Hmm.
But it was a thing when black powder was in use. They tended to favor bigger calibers, just so you get a bigger projector because you
And
can
I
make
got-
a bigger case.
Speaking of guns, I just saw my buddy walk down my hall with two 12 gauges, one in each arm.
I don't know. What you're
Let's call
talking
them
about.
recon. It's like
No.
the perfect timing.
Just some shotguns.
The man.
Don't
roll
mind-
past your
legend.
house.
Don't-
roll
don't-
past your door.
Recon.
Don't mind my friend just walking, right into the room with two shotties. Okay,
Yeah.
guys. So Clint Eastwood here. I have to give him credit here. This is probably our first Clint Eastwood movie review.
Yeah.
So let me just rattle off some movies here. So first, off the top of my head, Dirty Harry, In the Line of Fire, opposite John Malkovich, The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly with who's it? Give me some names from Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. It's right there. They're right on my poster.
I don't remember the names.
Lee Van Cleef.
Yeah, Lee Van Cleef. Okay, Lee Van Cleef. And who is
Eli Wallach.
Okay, Eli Wallach. Got it. Thank you. Okay, that's all we needed.
The Man in Black.
He was also in A Few Dollars More, or it could be named For a Few Dollars More. Also, Fistful of Dollars. He was in Alfred Hitchcock. He was in Mr. Ed, I think, as himself, as Clint Eastwood. Magnum Force, Escape from Alcatraz, which is a cool movie.
Right.
He was in Pale Rider with the kid from Reservoir Dogs. Who's the guy? He's
Which
the
one?
son. He's the son in Reservoir Dogs.
What?
He's the
Right.
son.
Look, I
Fast
feel-
Eddie. Fast Eddie.
I think the onus is on you to do the research
Chris
if you're going to
Penn?
bring these up.
Yeah, that's it. That's it, Johnny. Johnny Walker.
Jumpsuit guy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's him. Yep.
I mean, nice guy Eddie.
Nice guy, Eddie. Heartbreak Ridge, which was also a very good movie. He was also in the Deadpool. Have you guys seen that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Was it the 4th or 5th Dirty Harry?
See, I don't know that.
It was Dirty Harry.
Yeah.
Oh,
And he was in Space Cowboys, Gran Torino, which was crazy cool.
I like Gran Torino.
Yeah, that was awesome. American Sniper as a church dude, uncredited. Isn't that funny? And then
Weird.
The Mule. I haven't heard of that or
Yeah.
seen that.
That's fairly recent. He plays an old guy
That was his
tracking drugs across the border.
latest one or something,
taking
right?
drugs across the border.
Yeah.
Did I miss any? I mean, I know he's been in a bunch of other stuff, but those are like
Well,
the main.
ironically, he did get a start on playing westerns on TV.
Really?
So, yeah, something like Kimberly Clark presents Gunsmoke.
Okay, so who was Clint Eastwood before Clint Eastwood? Who's that guy, the macho guy?
John Wayne.
Yeah, John Wayne. Yeah, that's the guy.
Who's the most famous
That's
cowboy
the guy,
ever? Oh, John Wayne. Yeah.
Yeah, seriously. John Wayne.
So yeah, John Wayne died with lung cancer before Hollywood was self-aware enough to actually try this kind of movie. So pretty much Eastwood here is like summing up his own career.
It's a terrible thing to say.
What?
I mean, not really, but yeah.
But no,
It just sounds funny.
just one man's opinion. I can expand upon that later. But first we're dealing with the payoff.
John
here.
Wayne never
They're
got a
actually-
chance to make this movie.
Yeah, seriously, he died before this Hollywood would even try it.
There was another dude aside from John Wayne. He was in one of the old school Magnificent Sevens, or I think the only Magnificent Seven from like the 60s or whatever. He was the guy chopping wood. They were trying to recruit him, chopping wood. I forget his name. I'll find his
I'm
name.
sad to say, I'm actually drawing a blank. I just saw that not too long ago.
Really?
I'll get his name. Let me look it up here real quick. 1 second.
Cheating. Anyway,
Let me check.
I've seen a bunch of westerns, but it was always they were all so long ago when I was a lot younger.
Right.
I used to watch them all the time.
Anyway, what's going on here while John's busy cheating, looking
But I-
things up?
Sorry.
I haven't seen this one actually
Actual payoff here.
since the '90s.
Oh, they're
Or
throwing
like when the
like,
DVD came
they're
out. Or
throwing
whatever.
rocks at these poor little
Right.
horses.
That's manure.
Yeah, it's throwing cowpats at the Cowboys.
Yeah. And then this guy's like,
Because
I think it's weird that they don't take the pony.
not really. It's because it doesn't make it up for it. He wants
Well,
to
just
he
take
wants
Char-
to easy out to ease his conscience.
It's-
Charles Bronson. Charles
yeah.
Bronson. See ya, Recon. All right, Charles Bronson. That's the next. That's the next big dude.
Oh yeah. What's
Yeah.
the one with the? What's the?
What do you mean?
Where he's in the snow?
What?
Never mind.
Yeah,
Makes sense, Johnny Walker. Can you make a coherent sentence?
Whatever the
please?
Bronson movie.
Where's
in
the
the
snow?
snow? The old
Coherent.
Western Bronson movie was. I don't know. Yeah.
Anyway, the point being,
He's
that
got the snowshoes.
The
Look,
kid-
she's
the-
here. He is. She's sad again. Cut
Right.
up face, and
And
then she
she-
gets all the lines.
Dude.
and
Aubrey House
screen
is not
time.
having it. Yeah,
What
I
mangy
feel like she
pony?
wanted the pony. I feel like
she
her.
would have liked it. But
She ain't
I feel
mangy,
like-
ma'am.
I feel like her face was like, "Yeah, I'll take the pony, thanks."
Well, I
and then
mean-
she was like, "Oh, he realizes he's a dick. And he's
Right.
like trying to make up for it, at least a little bit,
Right.
Which is it's kind of a nice gesture. I mean,
Not really. It is.
No,
it
well,
is
I
and
mean,
it isn't. I mean, it's nice from
he
his
brought
point
an
of
extra
view.
pony to give her.
Yeah, but he's trying to buy her off on the same terms that they didn't like in the first place.
That's true.
It's pretty much adding insult to injury in their eyes. You know, it's like,
Yeah.
are you kidding me?
The
Like,
way they see it, it's
He's like, "Oh, we'll pay you off. Don't worry, we'll pay you off a little more, a little tip,
Right.
extra
okay,
little
so
pony for
so,
you."
So these,
but they're out for blood.
so they called these billiards, right? Which was basically their term for
and
prostitution.
then that's why they want to kill him. Is
There's
just,
a-
When was
to
this?
show
When
their
was this
disrespect.
outlawed? Like on a mainstream
Hmm?
level.
Well, it depends on lots of things.
Well, I know Nevada
There's-
still has it.
Right. I mean, it wasn't strictly legal. It's just there's not enough law out there to know or care or want to shut it down.
and the sheriff's like, "Whatever."
Yeah. There's a thing.
And he's
as
a
well-
bad sheriff,
All
like
right,
in
we-
general.
We got Clint Eastwood here trying to aim at this poor little tin can, this innocent tin can.
Right. Oh, I should have brought him. I had a prop.
coffee.
I did.
It was
mention
decaf.
the Choir of My Travels.
It was decaf. Shoot him!
Shoot the bastard!
And that is a Star Army.
I blame the
revolver.
gun, not
That
the
was-
old man.
It was one of the earliest double action revolvers.
Dude, awesome.
Oh yeah.
Also, unfortunately, I was kind of prone to failing too because the mechanism was a bit delicate.
Revolver failing, blasphemy.
He's like, "Screw it, just grab the shotgun.
Yeah.
I can. I still got it."
He's like, okay, time to pull out the double barrel shotgun, and now
Did
your
Daddy used to
decaf
kill
ass-
people?
So, yeah,
It's like, yeah, he's practicing
double
right
barrel
now.
shotgun. Take that, Mr. Coffee.
Yes.
The point I had to point I
Mr.
was
Coffee.
making is in my travels somewhere, I did manage to actually pick up a set of vintage brothel tokens, which were a little piece of history. Which was you'd go and
What, they were
pay-
like trading coins or whatever?
Yeah.
Wait, you have?
yeah,
He got him at the brothel. Remember, he's like 107 years old.
Oh yeah.
not maybe.
Through your travels of the Old West.
Yeah.
Right. Anyway, it's great. So for like $3 at the time, anyway, you could trade them in for a couple cans of beans or a ride, quote unquote, or a hot shave and a bath. So
Dude, I do
All
three.
the same.
right. Well, it was either or. So whatever the $3 was worth, just
That's
goes
right,
to show
yeah.
you what.
Dude, inflation.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
That's all I know.
Right.
How come? Yeah. How are those price values changed so much over the years?
$3 sounds like a
Right.
pretty good deal.
Right.
All right,
Well,
so
it just goes to show everyone was complaining about how expensive beans were in Red Dead. They were that expensive. They had to be shipped from back east.
Beans are a delicacy. Especially canned beans.
Anyway, here are the
Canned
kids.
beans.
Everything about Eastwood is like not prepared for this. He can't shoot. His horse doesn't like being ridden. He can't even get on the horse anymore.
Yeah. And it's a small horse.
Dude, I like how Child Protective Services would have had a field day if they would have rolled up in his little shack with his 2 kids like mining the little
Right.
hogs.
He said he'd be back in 2 weeks.
Hey,
You come
kids,
back
don't
then
mind
and
me.
see if I'm still here, and then
Yeah.
then we'll talk.
Yeah.
And he said
He's
that-
at least 8 or 10.
and
or
there's like
something.
an Adobe. It's literally an Adobe.
They'd
shack
be like,
there.
"All right, I'll be back in 2 weeks." That's what they would
It'd be
say.
awesome.
He
Yeah.
said if any problems to drive to go 10 miles
his
over
neighbors,
to Sally
yeah.
Shoot
Yeah,
Trees.
they said they go to the neighbors if anything
Yeah,
happens.
just
Yeah,
walk. Make sure don't die of dehydration. Just walk next to our neighbor's house.
Yeah.
Just like
several miles away.
miles
probably.
down
He
the
knows
road.
what
Oh,
he's
don't get
doing.
lost.
They've been living out there long enough to know to live.
That's true. But here he is ruminating about it, and then he starts to give his kids a lecture. So he is actually somewhat of a father figure.
He's a good dad.
He's trying to tell his kids about it. He's like,
He's a good
When I-
murdering dad.
I
when I
always
was
thought it
young,
was
I
a
used
good
to,
dad
I
in
used
this movie.
to, I used to inflict pain on animals. Now this animal's getting his own back on me for what I did.
I know that meanie.
Is that what he said?
Dude, where's
Yeah.
PETA? I
Oh.
need to call PETA and Child Protective Services on this guy.
No, on the movie.
Yeah, on the movie.
In that, call it on the 90s.
On Clint, on William Money. I will call them on William
Right.
Money. Actually, I would never do that because he's a badass.
Right. No.
The spirit of your dear
Your
departed
mom's
ma
watching.
watches over you.
Don't worry about it.
It's like, what the hell are you talking about, old man?
Yeah.
She only died a
The
couple
kid's
years
trying
ago.
to take it all in there.
Dude, that kid's a man now.
Apparently. Well, they
Taking
did
care of
grow
a
up fast
family.
back then. He also told him if you get hungry, just kill a couple chickens.
Yeah,
So
Oh yeah, that's true. That's
they'll be fine.
definitely like. Now we got the owner of Greeleys manhandling Strawberry
literally
Alice.
strong arming her.
Yeah, trying
Yeah.
to
Literally, yeah.
literally trying to get some info because he now heard about this very handsome reward, especially back in those times. What was that $1,000?
That's a lot.
Which is roughly equal to about $25,000 in today's money.
What?
Dude,
Damn whores. I mean, damn ladies of the night.
Billiards players.
ladies of the night,
It's billiards, right? Remember?
billiards. Yeah, and how did they
What
get
is
that?
billiards? Oh, they broke the. Yeah,
It's
yeah.
a running joke, yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm just
It's
going to
not a
call him,
whorehouse. It's
They
a
just
billiard
came
house.
for the billiards.
I'm just going to call him
I got
billiards
my
players
8
from now
ball.
on.
I got my orange 13. I got my
Funny.
strawberry Alice.
Right.
Funny. Okay, so now Greeley's owner, I forget his name. He's gonna go tell Gene Hackman. Yeah, Skinny.
I love how Gene Hackman
he's,
or
gonna go tell Little Bill.
Little Bill. Yeah, I like how he just sucks at being a carpenter.
Right.
He's like, I'm
He just-
building my house.
He just bashed his own thumb in.
yeah. I mean, it's
it's a
it's
parallel.
impressive as he's building his own house.
Yeah, but it's all messed
it's all
up.
shitty, yeah.
It's like all half-assed.
He just needs
Right.
someone else there
It's
to
like
make sure he
it's a
knows
parallel
what
to
he's doing.
Eastwood's own character. They're both bad men, and they both, despite their best efforts, are actually not very good at constructing anything worthwhile.
What do you mean by Clint Eastwood?
Well, as the kid said to him, you don't look like you're prospering. He's got this dirt farm, and he's having difficulty separating hogs, and he's not doing too well. And then
His wife just died. He's
3
old.
years ago.
He's
that
an
was
old,
like
lonely man.
That was like a year, at least a year
It
ago,
was
dude.
3 years ago.
You can't be a
says-
bum
Yeah.
your whole life.
2 years after.
You should
3
be out
years after
partying,
your
man.
life dies. Yeah,
Right.
your wife dies.
And then the same thing
Live it
with
up.
Gene Hackman. He's
I mean,
a
yeah.
man of violence, clearly. And
At least
then-
he's out there going out there shooting people, making money for the kids.
Yeah,
yeah.
for the
Pretty
love of the
much.
children.
Yeah,
Let me go shoot these.
and that's what Morgan Freeman's like. Yeah, I could use some
This
money.
is funny. Skinny's like, well, they've been telling them every bow-legged one of them.
Yeah.
$1,000.
Cut up Delilah. They're so nonchalant about everything.
Yeah, it's like, oh yeah, you
Yeah,
know.
the guy cut up my horn. $1,000 for it. It's like what?
There's the bad news.
And
Well, I'll be
Little Bill is like, oh shiza. How long? All week?
But yeah, they're discussing the situation.
He's just a pimp.
They are very matter of fact about
He's
it.
a very nonchalant pimp. Yeah,
Yeah.
Very, very cool, calm, collected.
Billiards pimp.
Yeah.
What's his name? The guy that owns it?
Skinny.
Skinny? Oh, okay.
Skinny Dubois, right? Women can lie. That's
It just makes me want to play Red Dead.
pretty much.
Dude, it makes me
yeah.
want to be like a Greeley's owner.
Right. Funnily enough, he mentions he bought that place off Greeley for $1,000 a few years back.
Yeah.
He says it at some point.
For that exact same amount.
Yeah.
Little Bill's like, I can run off them whores.
Billiards players.
Billiards players. I can run off them working girls.
So they're weighing their options.
The bar T. So wait, Bar T is Greeleys. Is that what he keeps referencing? Is that
No,
what
the
that is?
Bar T is the ranch where the two cowboys came from.
Oh, okay.
And it's named Bar T because the brand they put on their cattle, which is their identifying mark.
Dude, so they still steam cattle right now today, right? In today's time?
Branding cattle? Probably, yeah.
Yeah,
Why not?
They
Especially
burn
if you
them.
have to move them.
Why not?
There's cowboys out there.
Here, why don't you try getting a piece of fiery iron against your skin?
No, not
Actually,
cruelty
people
towards
actually do.
animals, but I'm
People actually
saying
do that
that's
nowadays.
what farmers do.
Branding is like the thing among people who do body piercings or tattoos. People will get branded.
Yeah,
That's kinda
not
weird.
with fire iron.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes,
That's
with
how you
fire-
get branded.
that's what
that's
brand
the
is.
definition of branding.
She's
Really?
like, damn it, coming back to take my
Dude, does this
man."
lady talk?
No,
No, she doesn't actually.
She talks with her eyes. She's like,
she
"Ah."
does. She acts with her eyes the whole
But you
movie.
do notice that.
Oh, enter Morgan Freeman. Okay, credits, guys.
Ned,
What? No, he's in
I
everything.
just want to point out
No,
that
come
Ned
on.
has
Just
a
get
much
over it.
seems to have a nicer
No.
place, more organized than
When I talk
Eastwood's
over
place.
something,
Listen.
people like to listen to it.
Yes, Morgan Freeman.
I
Okay.
can narrate over myself taking a shit.
Shawshank
It was
Redemption.
brown this time.
Batman Begins.
It'll be brown next time.
Dark Knight. He was in Brubaker, which was cool. I think that was
Look,
Robert
she
Redford,
sees the
right?
gun and she's like, I know what's up.
Brubaker as Walter. He was in the Twilight Zone in the 80s. Robin
Really?
Hood, Prince of Thieves.
Was Clint Eastwood ever in Twilight Zone?
I didn't see that. Mm-mm.
I feel like he should have been.
He was in Seven as Detective Somerset,
Yep.
which was awesome. Opposite Brad Pitt.
what's in the box.
The sum. Her
He's in
head.
heaven.
Her head.
He's
Whoops.
in heaven.
The
Heaven Almighty.
The sum of all fears. He was in
Oh,
Bruce
yeah.
Almighty as God, of course.
I forget. I feel we
Evan
failed to
Almighty.
mention it.
Oh, that's never mind. He's not in that one.
We should
Or he might be
talked
in
about all the spoiler alerts.
Oh yeah, guys,
Oh,
everyone,
yeah.
spoiler.
We're gonna be
Time of
jumping
9000.
around.
We're only half an hour into the
different
movie,
movies.
but yeah.
Yeah, but I
We'll
don't
be
think
talking about the end of it
We haven't
during the
talked
middle
about
of
the
it.
end of this during up till now, so we're actually on the safe side.
I think I said something earlier. I don't know.
Yeah,
Never.
we said some things, but
Okay,
the point
he
being,
he was also in
We'll be
guys,
jumping around throughout the movie.
2015. He was in Last Nights opposite Clive Owen as Bartok. Actually, he wasn't opposite of him because they kind of did something to him very quickly. I'm not gonna
Who?
say.
What?
He was in this movie Last Nights, Morgan Freeman,
When did this
which was
come out?
2015. Very cool, like some old like samurai movie.
Really?
Very cool. Yeah.
I never
He was
heard
in
of this.
Ted 2. He was in Ben-Hur 2016, and of course Driving Miss Daisy.
did you
Speaking
get an
of,
Oscar for that?
Driving Miss Lazy.
I don't know, but speaking of Ben-Hur, Javier, did you happen to catch that 2016 version?
Mm-mm.
No, I have self-respect.
I think I saw parts of it. It didn't look very good.
Was it also 4 hours long?
Probably
No,
not.
it was considerably shortened. But on
Blasphemy.
that topic,
It's only an hour and a half.
Unforgiven right now.
It was less than a horror movie.
Yeah.
Unforgiven right now is 130 minutes, so that's 0.58 her.
Did you do that earlier?
In English.
I thought you did.
Okay, for those of you that don't know, a Ben-Hur is a
Unit of measurement
It's a movie.
based upon the original Ben-Hur, not the original, actually the second Ben-Hur from 1959, directed by William Wyler, the 11 Oscar winner, which wasn't tied until Titanic. Comes in at 224 minutes.
Okay, but 11 Oscar winner. I mean, how much competition did it have back in those centuries ago?
I mean, what else was out?
Yeah, seriously.
Now,
Actually, I kind
go
of
look into that. I'm trying to
this
remember.
one, Best Picture and Best
Wait,
Director.
when did Ben-Hur come out? What year?
59, I believe.
Oh, so that was after Gone with the Wind?
A good 20 years after, yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, there's still nothing out then.
Let's just say there was no one tied his record of 11 Oscars until Titanic.
I know. That's because, like, back then in those centuries ago, like, it was easy to do that.
Centuries ago.
Wasn't it last century?
More or less.
Yes.
21st
Hardly
century.
a century, not centuries.
Okay, fine.
Okay,
Close
so
enough.
Plurals.
these are
Use
the
them.
nominees for Best Picture of Academy Award nominees for Best Picture for 1991. Goodfellas, Godfather Part 3,
Godfather Part 3. Don't
Ghost.
ever say that
I
again.
think I just threw up a little in my mouth.
Ghost, Awakenings, and Dancing with Wolves.
Dances with Wolves, Kevin Costner.
Sorry,
That was
Dances
an
with Wolves.
awesome
What did I
movie.
say? Dancing?
So yeah, apparently
Dances with Wolves.
Dancing with Wolves. is
Dancing
your
with
movie.
Wolves.
the 90s were
Dancing
kind
with
of like
Wolfie.
a little 90s were a Western mini renaissance. They've
And
fallen
then,
out of favor for some time.
And then
Yeah.
Unforgiven, which won Best Picture for 1991, which I think Goodfellas really should have won.
Dude, I thought Goodfellas came out in 95 for some reason, but I was mistaken.
No. I would almost. No, I couldn't see Dancing with Wolves beating this movie, but
What? Dude, that was an
I think
awesome movie.
I would have voted for Goodfellas over this movie for Best Picture of the year.
It's a tough call.
I don't know. For
That's a
some
tough-
reason,
yeah,
this
that's a
movie,
tough
like,
call.
I don't.
The thing is,
I only
Eastwood
saw
was
it a
also
couple
due.
times back when it came out.
Scorsese had
I
got
think
it- got the
we
Oscars.
saw it in the theater or something like that. Didn't we get taken out of the
Yeah,
theater?
I
when
think we
saw-
were little kids.
We were like
dude.
little kids watching. I was literally like, when it came out in theater, I had to have been like 6 or 7.
Dude, did we go with
And,
Chris? Did we go with Chris?
Yeah, we were like
But
Chris
then
and Jimmy.
But then we got. I think.
we got taken out of Unforgiven because literally the first scene is the lady of the night getting cut up in the face. And then so we went to go see A League of Our Own instead.
And I won't say which one, but I think one of our moms took us out of that movie.
Yeah.
By the hair, like get out of this movie.
Yeah. Well, they didn't realize what the hell was going on.
I know.
We're like Unforgiven. Yeah, sure. And that's the only worst part of the movie, really. The rest of the movie is fine.
The opening scene. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, good God.
But League of Their Own's great. I like that movie.
There's no crying in baseball.
I almost like it better than this movie.
Was that Rosie?
No, but
is
I've
that
only-
Rosie O'Donnell and Madonna
I've only seen, yeah.
Oh,
I've only,
jeez.
and Tank Girl.
and
Tom
Bill
Hanks.
Murray. I think isn't he the
And
manager? in
Cutthroat
that one?
Island.
Oh no, it's Tom Hanks. I
Tom
think.
Hanks, yeah. And,
Speaking of which,
but yeah, I've
Cutthroat
only seen,
Island,
I've only
callback
seen,
to our previous movie, Terminator 2. Same studio that made Terminator 2 made Cutthroat Island. They literally blew their money on Cutthroat Island and went bankrupt.
yeah. What's her name? Gina Davis. What
Yes,
happened to
ma'am.
her? But yeah,
All right.
this movie, everybody holds it in such high regard, and I was surprised when I found out it was
Dude.
Best Picture winner, especially
Speaking
compared to
of
these
everybody,
nominees.
all right, if you go and this is like today.
And it's like this is like one of the best westerns of all time. I don't know. This totally goes
no,
right over my head.
No, it is.
I know. I mean,
dude,
I really.
Rotten Tomatoes.
I've only seen it a couple times, like a handful of times.
Rotten
That's what I'm saying.
Tomatoes-
Like I don't know. I'm not seeing a lot of what everybody else sees.
Listen to me, you blind bat. Rotten Tomatoes, 96%.
don't care
on
what
the
they all say.
tomato meter. That is the percentage of approved tomato meter critics who have given this movie a positive review.
Yeah.
Audience
I mean,
score,
it's a good movie. Great lines.
audience score 93% on Rotten Tomatoes. And this is the percentage of users who have rated this a 3.5 stars or higher. So yeah, it did awesome. And I have some preliminary revenue figures here. I think it was a budget of 14.4 million. Oh yes, cash register. Budget of 14.4 million. Domestic gross 101 million. And I believe that 101 million is back in 1992 dollars. So it did very well. Financially, it did very well. Just general reception, like you said, it was nominated.
It won Best Picture.
It won Best Picture.
Best Director.
Best
and
Director Clint
Best-
Eastwood.
Sorry, I forget the other one.
And also, again, I mean, even by today's standards on the Rotten Tomato meter, it's like phenomenal. It's really up there. So,
yeah.
okay, so we got this scene here where we got, what is this? English Bob, who's talking trash to everyone on the little train or whatever. And it's hilarious because he's the only guy who's like talking down about, who's basically talking up about a queen, talking down about maybe a president during, I think this is around the July 4th, I think it's Independence Day actually, or at least the weekend or the holiday time frame in the
Right.
movie.
And I'm surprised you don't have a list of Richard Harris's credits.
Who, that guy?
Yeah.
Was he in a lot?
Yeah.
He
right.
just looks
God damn it!
around.
I know everyone's looking around like, oh
right.
shit.
Uh,
I apologize for sucking the air out of the
do you
room
know any of them, Jimmy? Or Javier?
All right, guys.
there. I want to say the Dam Busters, but
Let me cheat one more time. 1 second here.
Anyway, so here at English Bob, it's a neat thing. His reputation precedes him, and that seems to be a big theme of this movie: is reputation and what you've done in the past determines who you are. History.
Yeah.
History grows in the telling.
You can't change. You can try to change, but then it just changes you back.
What is that? A Spider-Man quote?
It's a Johnny C quote.
Okay. You English Bob. All right, so we got Richard Harris. Richard Harris, by the way, rest in peace, Richard Harris. He died in, by the way, I'm cheating, guys, but he died in 2002 at the age of 72. Just to rattle off some of his films, just 1 second here.
Anyway.
He's known for Gladiator. He's known for
Whomever.
The Count of Monte Cristo. He was in Harry Potter. He was in Caesar in 2002.
I think I saw a string on that pheasant.
He was in The Pearl, My Kingdom. So he's been in a number of things. And I think he does awesome in this flick. He does a real good job of just being, playing the Mr. Asshole type.
British
I
asshole.
I like him. I like him in this.
All right. Like, he is using a cult single action army, I believe, to shoot those pheasants.
Dude, those innocent pheasants.
Don't leave that meat on the ground.
They're tasty.
So
It's fine if
it
you
was
shoot and
Gene
eat it.
Hackman won Best Actor in Supporting Role for the Academy Award, and Best Picture and Best Director.
Wait, you mean it was? Well, Clint Eastwood directed it.
Right. And I'm saying, I think
For the Academy Awards, yeah.
part of the reason Eastwood got it as opposed to Goodfellas is that everyone sort of felt Eastwood was due. He hadn't really gotten an Oscar yet. Scorsese had already gotten his acclaims and accolades. So all those things being equal, they gave it to the guy who they thought might have been overdue for it.
That's what I think too, and then I don't like the way Academy works like that.
The Academy is the Academy.
Yeah, and also Academy Award for Best Film Editing for Joel Cox on this movie.
Dude, was there AC back in those days? Dude, he's like playfully.
Playfully shooting Chinamen, which he actually apparently does for a living, according to.
Yeah, they mention it later.
Dude, that's so messed up.
Yeah.
What did they ever do to you? Nothing.
Well, they came to this country and built the railroad and made laundries, so got to keep them in line somehow. Apparently, I don't get it either.
So okay, he just pulled up in basically his little fancy car.
It's a rental carriage.
Oh, it is? Okay. So
It's a taxi.
Yeah, you'll see that carriage taking people back and forth.
he just pulled up to town.
And
He just disembarked his little carriage and he's checking into the hotel or whatever.
What is his writer friend from? I know he's been in
Sal
stuff.
Rubinek. He was in Aliens, yeah.
And, was he?
Okay, Sal Rubinek, W.W. Beauchamp. He was the director dude in True Romance, remember? He was like the
True Romance.
Yeah,
That's
True
what
Romance,
he's from. Yeah.
He was in Outer Limits episode from the 90s. He was in Law and Order SVU. And he's been in a shit ton of other TV.
You just see
TV
him
notable
He's
items.
one of those
Yeah,
guys you just saw
He's
everywhere.
all over the TV, like all over. Right.
It's just one of those guys.
I don't know if he's in Aliens, Jay. He looks
I don't think
like
he's in Aliens.
I know who you're talking about. The guy.
That's Paul Reiser.
Well, let's just check and find out.
All
I
right.
too shall cheat since
All right.
everyone seems to be cheating.
JVR. Will you pose the question, sir? So you have to answer it.
I pose the question. The question has been answered. The question shall be answered. Anyway, just double barrel shotguns, and they have Remington 1870s and Colt single action armies. Is mostly what they're using.
Okay, so what's do you know the load capacity on those?
What do you mean?
On what?
On those, the load number now, is it like 5?
6 shots, brass cartridges, single action. You have to load them one at a time through the gate. The cylinder doesn't open up. There's a gate on the side. You pop it in, rotate the cylinder, pop the new one in. You can actually watch the cowboy doing this right here.
Yeah.
Whilst I'm looking things up.
Dude, we got the
He's like,
one-arm Band-Aid over here.
He's like, I just loaded him. He's like, nah, I loaded myself.
With his one arm, dude.
Yeah.
Right.
It looks
You're
like
correct.
it's tucked into his shirt, but sure.
It was Paul Reiser in Aliens. So I don't know
There
why.
you go, Johnny Walker. You got that one.
Self-played, apparently.
I got that.
You win.
I
You
mean,
ain't bad. You ain't nothing.
it was clearly Paul Reiser.
That was a reference to Karate Kid. You ain't nothing, man.
Is it?
Yeah, that's where he beats up, or they're getting into a little scuffle. Him and his that guy from Cobra Kai.
And you notice he does reload. The one-armed cowboy does reload his own guns.
How? With
Yeah.
his tongue?
No, he actually opens the gate, drops the cartridges out, and then carefully flips them back in again. His buddy complains about it.
Yeah,
But
I
he
would
is-
too. I'd be like, look, you one-armed bastard. I don't want you accidentally popping off near me.
Anyway. It's funny. It's funny. The deputies really are like a kind of gormless bunch. They're just waiting around for Little Bill to take action.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't
they're
really
kinda
do
like
a lot.
they're like his goon squad, if that.
Right.
Not even that. They just kind of stand there for backup. They wait for
Right.
They even cringe when he's beating
play-
the shit out of people.
And they want to. They're
Yeah.
clearly happy to be in that part too.
Yeah. But
So this guy,
they're clearly the backup, the bully
the
boys.
shifty eyes.
But there's like, I don't know if you noticed, there's like a clear divide in this movie. There's a theme, the powerful and the not powerful. And a lot of it apparently depends on your own, how self-willed you are or willing to take action.
Are you talking about
Or
the
to act.
billiards girls?
everybody in this whole movie. There's a clear divide in the entire film. And the thing is, English.
This guy's obsessed with the
English
queen and the
Bob.
king.
Yeah. Well, he is English.
If you point a gun at the queen, you would shake uncontrollably. What the hell are you talking about?
Right.
This guy is like, out of all, like, he's supposed to be like old school, like gunslinger dude. He's like full of the most shit, and he's got to know it.
Right.
I guess because he's not dead, he thinks he's right.
Part of it, but that's part of it. He may not be strong, but he's playing on his reputation to make him appear strong. You know what I mean?
WWE
What?
Beauchamp. So now he's asking. So he just left. Well, he's leaving the barbershop right now, and he's asking about Strawberry Alice
Trying
to
to go
figure
get-
out,
trying to
yeah,
go
what's up with the
collect that bounty.
reward. Well, he's trying to get like the lowdown. You know what I mean? Trying to get the scoop on how to collect that 1,000.
Yeah.
78 must have been a bad
Oh,
year.
he was asking why do they call it billiards?
When his wife died.
Yeah. I think
Uh-oh.
78 must have been a
And
really
he just
bad
rolled
winter.
out, and
And they-
he's got
they did
guns
see the
cocked right
sign.
at his head. Basically,
The guy clearly saw the sign.
he's surrounded.
You know, so they only feel comfortable approaching him in the numbers.
And it's like, just put your guns away. Why you gotta be dicks about it?
Dude, because he's packing.
Plan to use them.
Yeah, you don't
That's
go
why.
up. You don't go talk trash to some dude that's known to be notorious for killing Asians.
What?
Little Bill, or I'm sorry, English Bob. He's like a badass. Didn't you see him kill off all those
Right.
little pheasants or whatever?
No, yeah, no.
Comes off as a badass, or tries to come off as a badass.
Oh, he is.
He
That's-
did- he
that's-
did
that's
pretty
what-
well in
That's
the
what that
shooting.
scene's
He-
about.
he
He just
outrun-
showed. He shot the shit out of those pheasants.
Yeah,
how
yeah,
he's a good shot.
Yeah,
Right.
How his reputation is fine.
yeah, and
But,
Little Bill knows him from before, so he
Yeah,
knows that he
there's
knows how
a
to
connection.
shoot. Yeah.
No, I meant like.
Wait, you want to offer him
you
a
could-
flower? Here you
No,
go.
how they didn't give up their guns to
Take
go
one
into
petal.
town. It's like, if you're gonna go do a job, then like, I don't know, stow one away somewhere. Especially if you're like trying to collect a bounty, there's an easier way to go about it. But if you're a badass like English Bob,
He's a
then,
badass.
then you don't worry about it. But then this happens.
WWE
But he didn't know
Beauchamp.
that Little Bill was here.
Yeah, that apparently not. He just
Yeah,
totally
he didn't know
got
that.
caught by surprise. He's
Yeah.
like, oh crap.
He's like,
he
oh
thought he
my-
was dead.
Yeah, he's like, oh, this old fucker's here.
Yeah, dude, that's not good for.
And he kind of is better than him too, because he's like trying to draw him later,
Well,
and he's like, you would have lost.
well,
and he steals his
he's
rider.
All beat, he's all beat up. He's all beat up. He's got his ass was beat, and he's in jail. I mean, so
Yeah,
to draw against Little Bill, who has full access, full range, not beat up, that's just a risk that he didn't want to take, I think. And we got
This
WWE
is
Beauchamp just
great.
wet himself.
Great little scene there. But it just highlights the divide again. You got the strong and the weak. The strong prey upon the weak.
Really? Yeah, I guess you're right.
It's just a recurring theme with this, and it's part of why you carry a gun.
Dude, I carry a gun to sleep.
And then, question went up one low. But one of my favorite lines coming up, though.
What's that?
I don't have a gun.
And then, see, he's trying to bullshit him. And Eastwood will later make the same mistake, a similar mistake.
What?
He's trying to bullshit him, claim he's not armed. Eastwood will later make a similar mistake.
Yeah, you can't bullshit.
I don't think they're really.
Dude, you can't bullshit
bullshitting.
Little Bill, dude. He's a freaking crazy psychopath
He's trying
like,
to keep his peace.
interrogator.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't really think that they're believe their lies they're telling them. I mean, they're just caught.
Right, that's bullshitting.
Now, this guy is in the line of fire of his comrades, which I completely object. Okay,
Right,
so his
and-
asshole comrades are pointing their guns at him while he's disarming English Bob.
I couldn't see if his finger was on the trigger or not.
That's even more dangerous.
Yeah.
Who?
So the
Yeah.
sheriff kid, the young buck, he just disarmed English Bob, but his buddies are still pointing their guns right in the line of fire. He's right in the line of
No,
fire.
finger on the trigger. Bob's
Yeah,
finger on
trigger
the trigger.
discipline. No, the deputy friend who was
Oh.
ready to shoot his friend in the back.
Mm.
If he so much as sneezed.
Yeah, if he had a hiccup, boom.
Yeah. Those things, it's the thing to remember. Single action is literally on a hair trigger. It'll break with the
Yeah, dude,
slightest
if you
attention.
sneeze or you even like
Heck, if your
you
blood pressure
blink
too
too
high.
hard, yeah, man, you're going bye-bye, or whatever is in your direction is going bye-bye.
Right. All right. So it was the Colt
So
single action
was he
army
gonna beat his
surrender.
ass before this part or after this part?
I think
Yeah, I think he's trying to beat him up all
well,
along.
he needs to
Yeah.
disarm. He needs to make sure he's disarmed before he beats him to like a
Yeah.
Right. And then this is
Well, in this point, I think English Bob is
You
just being a
leave me
dick
at
and
the
saw the
mercy
sign.
of
Was
my
like, whatever. He even
enemies.
tells him, he's like, I'm not armed, you little bitch. He's like, I'll carry my gun wherever I want.
Dude, this guy's carrying two.
And then
He's a
and
badass.
Eastwood, I think they did just miss the sign in the rain. I think he
Queen
did just
again?
miss it.
Queen again.
On Independence Day.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite lines.
Yeah, it is Independence Day.
Dude.
All that Queen talk.
Yeah. Then he proceeds to
If
beat the
only
crap
you
out
heard
of
the
him.
rest of it.
Yeah, I know. So Little Bill he's a psychopath, but he's a very
No, he's a bad
organized-
person.
He's a very organized psychopath. He's a town sheriff or the marshal or the
He's
main guy, right?
He's an abuser of power.
He is very directed.
He's building his house. He has a very, literally, I mean, he has like almost two sides to him.
No, I wouldn't even say
not
that. I'm
really.
just saying he's ready and willing to use his power to the full extent possible for his goals.
Yeah.
There ain't no whore's gold. That's a direct quote.
There ain't no billiards gold, Jay. Billiards.
I was quoting our psychopathic sheriff here.
There ain't no Lady Night Gold.
There you go.
But he is doing this because he feels it's necessary to send a message to anybody
Coming for the gold.
coming for the goal that
You'll
you
get beat up.
Right. He needs to send a message and set off a display to scare people off because he knows what's going to happen.
He throws his hat at him.
Dude, he dirtied his hat with his blood.
All right.
I'd always have a knife on me somewhere.
And you know,
Dude, no, you don't.
No, I always would.
Yeah, right.
If
Well,
I
you
was in the
should.
Old West.
You should have a Bowie knife if you're wandering around these kind of places.
In the Old West? Hell yeah, dude. There's no way.
You notice the
Yeah, but
Strawberry
you're
I'd
not-
be,
Ivy's reaction.
my
You're-
thing,
you're-
I'd be Christian Slater from Robin Hood, Men in Tights.
Dude,
I mean,
you're-
Robin Hood,
Men in
Prince of
Tights.
Thieves with the knives.
All right.
They do have a scene with the knives in Men in Tights, actually.
Yeah, yeah. Where he cuts the arrow.
Where it cuts like the wood or whatever.
He goes,
yeah.
I would be that guy.
Even if you had a little knife on you, your knife would not do too well against 5 gunmen.
Oh,
while you're
it's
on the
throwing
ground.
knives, dude.
What are you, a ninja?
Yes.
Okay.
Anyway.
You're
You
the
notice
first-
no one's really happy with his display.
You're
Like,
the,
Yeah.
you're the
townspeople
first
are
They're
Mexican
like, he's an
ninja.
asshole. He's like, damn it. Yeah, everybody knows I'm an asshole.
He's
Right.
okay.
But
All right,
it's-
now we
in
got the
his mind,
scene
it's
where
his-
William
this-
Money and Ned are basically trying to
still
catch up
talking
to
about the last
to the
scene.
kid. Oh, okay, go ahead.
What?
There's a point is that I forgot my point now. Something along the lines
The
of
billiards girls.
he's doing whatever's necessary to keep the peace. And the townspeople don't like it because it's ugly, but it's also necessary. At least from Bill's point of view.
Well, that wasn't necessary.
What?
Little Bill seems to think it's necessary.
What,
Well,
to beat
To
the
make,
dude
an
to a
example,
bloody
to make an
pulp?
example of English
I
Bob.
mean,
To prevent other people from coming up.
for Little Bill's point of view, it was necessary.
Right. And that's
Dude.
part of what makes him such a threat is that he does not hesitate to use whatever means necessary at his disposal or availability to make his point. Unfortunately, it's not really civilized.
Yeah, but who else is there that's trying to collect that bounty that's actually witnessing that warning?
Well,
Or is it just to spread the word?
right, spread the words. Anyway, all right, so continue.
Okay,
They're
guys.
trying to
okay,
catch
we're,
up to the kid.
We're at the scene where the kid is now basically shooting at what he believes to be like a couple of other bandits trying to make do on his bounty or whatever, trying to beat him to
Trying
the
to
punch.
get to him.
Yeah. But in reality, it's Ned and William Money. But the kid at this point in this scene,
Well.
you can tell that this kid is blind, which is what Ned calls him out on here in a little bit as the scene progresses.
So pretty much what you just get is this.
Yes,
Just randomly.
random like.
Yeah.
Ned's like,
Is
"He's not
that the
shooting us
movie?
no more."
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're ducked down, basically in the weeds here, just trying to avoid getting shot randomly by this blind ass kid.
He's shooting the horizon.
Hey kid,
Waste those bullets.
is that you?
Yeah. Pretty much, yeah. By calling out, they'll know where you are.
Ned's freaking out. He's like, "Is that the kid?"
Yeah, I was reading somewhere that Morgan Freeman was got wind of the part or something like that, and actually went like up to Clint Eastwood and tried to get it, and that's why he got it. He like came across the script and heard that they were making it, And he's like, I want that part.
I don't think Ned's been in any other Western. Or Morgan
Freeman?
Yeah, Morgan Freeman. Not notable, not like this, not huge, you know.
Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves.
Men in Tights.
That's an Eastern.
It's an Eastern.
Go across the pond for that one.
I know, yeah. He's got swords and stuff. What's his name? Hachu? No.
Azim.
Azim, yeah. Dave Chappelle's Hachu.
Right. Anyway, a bit of anachronistic rifle work here. The kid is using a Winchester 92.
Look, he's got a.
This is 1881.
Indian knife holster from his wife.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I didn't notice that.
Or Native American.
From his wife.
Yeah, his wife is. What's her name? Sally.
Sally Two Trees.
Yeah.
Native
American.
Original inhabitant. I don't know. And then,
Touch
see,
my
the kid's
gun,
so
mister.
cocky and
This kid is psycho, man.
not psycho. He's just overly concerned because he has a chip on his shoulder. As you said earlier, he does have something to prove.
Yeah, he's
To
got
himself,
everything
yeah.
to prove.
To
Yeah.
himself, so that means he's got to prove to everybody else.
Yeah. I'm a badass. I'm acting like badass. You
It
took
ain't
my gun. I'm
bam.
badass.
All over creation.
That's a good line. Yeah. All over creation. I gotta remember that to use that sometime.
That was good.
Right.
Shooting all over creation.
All right, at this point, Schofield Kid just tells him, hey, no three-way deal. And William Money and Ned are about to just take off. They're like, all right,
Yep.
sorry we wasted your time, whatever.
Valid negotiating tactic.
Yeah, it's actually good. It's the BATNA, best alternative to a negotiated agreement.
Right.
So
now they've agreed to a threesome.
now they agree to a threesome. They say, okay, he's like, how does it cut three ways? Because he can't, I don't think he can read or do basic math.
He can
Schofield
read,
Kid.
but there's education is limited. You notice those kids weren't in school. William Money's kids weren't in school like they should have been.
Oh, yeah. That's true, right?
All right. Anyway, just I'd like to point out the beautiful Alberta scenery here. This was filmed in Alberta, Canada.
Canada?
Yeah. It's supposed to be Kansas and Wyoming. Alberta stands in really nice because it's not nearly as developed as the United States now. Still a lot of nice mountainous, unspoiled terrain out there.
Sounds boring.
Because there's no one in Canada.
Oh, yeah. That's true.
Something like 10th of the population in the U.S. or something. I forget.
Really?
Yeah. It was
Okay.
beautiful
We're at the
scenery.
scene now where they're all kind of just aligned, and now they made the agreement. They're walking through the field to their destination, and Ned is gonna test Schofield Kid. He's gonna bluff him. He's gonna say, "Yeah, man, I can hit that hawk. I can hit that hawk in the eye up there." And Schofield Kid, having the chip on his shoulder, he's like, "I can hit it too." He's like, "Yeah, me too."
So yeah, about Alberta, Canada, why they shot it there is because one of the filmmakers they're talking about, they're like, well, how come you don't shoot in Canada? When are you going to make a movie in Canada? And he's like, maybe sometime. And then he's like, they're trying to get a discount, like a family discount for filmmakers. Like, it's a lot cheaper to film in Canada if you can, like,
That's
do
the
like a
reason.
studio discount or something. Like, and so,
That's why Vancouver stands in for New York so often.
yeah.
Really?
And and just the scenery and everything, like he did say it's like he loved it out there.
This kid.
Yeah.
But yeah,
There ain't no
the
hot
crew, the Clint Eastwood as a director, filmmaker uses a lot of the same crew, editors and cinematographers and just crew members in general. And then so in order for them to prove to get like the family discount, I guess, for shooting in Canada, was they could prove that they worked on the same crew members worked on like the last 5 movies or at least five previous films from Clint Eastwood, and so they could get that like that family discount or something like that to make it a lot cheaper and easier to shoot there, which is why it was filmed in Canada. It's because they had that tight knit crew and they could.
Oh, he just cocked it, so now things are really dangerous.
Yeah.
Schofield.
And he threw his canteen, and he's like, I
Cocked it.
see that.
But yeah,
I could shoot this.
Canada does have the twin advantages of a favorable exchange rate and a hefty tax discount for
Yeah.
local governments
Yeah,
if you
tax
meet
discount.
criteria. Anyway, this is a fun
It
part.
has its benefits of shooting there for sure.
This is neat little bit. It's like history, but it's also like an exaggerated history.
This is how history is written, I thought.
Right. Exaggerations, truth.
Yeah.
Truth.
And whoever's like, nah, make me more of a badass, of course.
Whoever's standing at the end can pretty much write whatever they want.
Exactly. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't believe shit.
Right.
Not even my own shit. my own autobiography. Yeah. Of course I exaggerated it.
Right. 7 of them. Boy. That's great. As nice as Gene Hackman systematically pokes holes in and then destroys.
He calls out like his stories, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, Saul Rubin's character is interesting. He's like trying to justify what he's doing based on what he's been told.
He's got to get those stories out.
Right.
I like how he just jumped ship to Gene Hackman.
Well,
because he's like, well, this guy's telling the truth. It's still interesting, so it's
I
like...
I don't think that he thinks that English Bob was lying and Gene Little Bill is telling the truth. I think he's just fascinated with the next big story. Right. And he sees
what do you
that...
mean? He's clearly telling him that he's lying to him, and he's telling him fake stories.
Yeah, no, but I don't think he jumped ship because of that. I mean, he's eager to talk to him right now. Look, he's like trying to like, okay, let's see what's going on.
Well,
I thought it was part of it because he's like, well, I'd get the real story and write that because it's what's
our timestamp right now?
The honest guy
here.
It's right there.
What are we, 55:25 more or less?
Hold on. 55:30.
All right. So I'm just a couple seconds off. And I was looking for it. Apparently,
how many Ben-Hurs? Well, no, it took about 4 seconds for me to pull it up.
Yeah,
right. Apparently, at a certain point, if you're looking closely, you could see sections of the script taped into that book he's reading.
Oh yeah. Wait, he's reading his lines?
Yeah.
Ah, that's cheating.
No, really?
Yeah.
That's what I would do if I was an actor. Just put me in a scene with the book in it.
Dude, I'd wear the glasses where like the little script can be read.
Oh yeah, with Google Glass.
Eyeball.
That's why I wear glasses in every movie I'm in.
Yeah.
Right. Google Glass.
Because I have a bad memory.
This is neat. He's like sending him straight on the story on how it actually happened.
Yeah, and he doesn't even say anything. He's like, yeah, whatever.
It is notable that English Bob can't can't dispute it.
Yeah. And he's good at telling stories. That's another reason he jumped ship.
Right. So one storyteller to another.
Yeah.
And that's part of his charm as Little Bill, but it also
that's how he became sheriff.
The charm also hides a certain level of brutality.
Doesn't it always for everyone?
Probably. And then this is very important. This is going to come up later in the movie. Firing in a hurry.
Which part?
Firing in a hurry. He's talking about how the methods and process of surviving a gunfight.
Right. How you gotta be able to keep your cool under pressure.
Right.
Anybody can shoot, but can you shoot when everybody's shooting at you?
Right.
Exactly. That's what it boils down to. Yeah. That's what he's giving a lecture to.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So.
Blew up in his hand.
Well, what happened is I would imagine they overpacked the cartridge.
Oh.
And that's what would cause the explosion. Right. Yeah. So.
2 guns. That's why they called him 2 guns.
Right. So here's also discrediting Bob, if you notice.
Mm-hmm.
He's
changed the whole story.
Right. So the narrative has been changed and kind of rearranged based on another eyewitness account. And yeah, it's pretty much went over and literally murdered him, is what he's saying.
Yeah. He got lucky, is all what happened.
Right.
Dude, English Bob is all beat up. I mean, his face and his ears all jacked up.
And he just took him down a peg.
Yeah.
Story-wise, yeah, he's
well, no, character-wise.
Yeah,
he's like, you didn't like famously shoot this other gunslinger. You just shot him when his gun exploded.
Well, yeah, for these
while he was on the ground.
For these types, though, the narrative is the character, you know.
Yeah.
So he's been discredited in more ways than one, you know.
That's why he's like, whatever.
Right. And I think that's part of the reason he latches on to Gene Hackman's, what he perceives to be a more accurate telling, just because it's unvarnished and less flattering to everyone. It doesn't seem to be self-aggrandizing.
Yeah. Just wait until he starts talking about himself.
Right. And then I think it's part of the reason he jumps ships and latches onto him. Also because Bob's story doesn't really go anywhere. It's like, oh, I got beat up and then run out of town. I mean...
That's my biography.
Yeah.
He could have died there.
Yeah.
That would have been the end of it.
Oh, we got Schofield Kid telling
So here's the thing:
BS
it's a counterpoint.
lies.
It's a counterpoint to the other story, and he's telling the story of how William Money had 2 people ready to shoot him, and somehow he came through that. And it's like his legend grows, but it's not immortalized or made famous in a book or a dime novel or anything.
It's actually toned down.
Right. It's actually toned down in the telling, unlike every other story you see, where
Toned up.
grown in the exaggeration in the telling. Doesn't anything?
Well, he's also trying to just escape and live on a farm for
Right.
years and years. The
The
past 10, 12 years, he said.
right. He kind of wants out of it, except he's
Yeah.
dragged right back into it.
He dragged himself back into it.
It's like
His
that-
wife is gone. He's
that-
like, all right,
that-
I'll go.
that
I'll
terrible-
go make some
That
money.
terrible other movie that was also up for Best Picture.
I can shoot.
Every
Which
time-
one? Which one?
Dances with Wolves?
Every time I try to come out, they drag me back in.
What, Goodfellas?
No,
What other one?
the other terrible mafia movie you mentioned.
What?
On the list?
Oh, Godfather.
Oh,
I'll call
Godfather
it
Part
part
3.
4 because 3 never existed.
Andy Garcia is the best Godfather character.
Never.
What?
I mean, never mind.
What? You know what?
That's
what I think of you.
Thank you.
All right.
It's funny.
Anyway, the kid is telling his story. The kid claims to have killed 5 people.
He ain't done nothing.
Right.
Dude,
And
now
notice-
WW Beauchamp is out
He's
out of the
chilling.
show.
He's immediately out of his cell,
He's fully engaged.
jotting this down.
subtly
Yeah.
in the
He's like, can I just
reporter
write this
capacity.
down?
Yeah.
Now he's a psychiatrist.
Apparently,
He's like, just get on the bench, lay it on me.
But it is the thing. It's a
It's therapy too.
It's a recurring theme through the movie. These characters have a need to confess what they've done in the past. And
Yeah.
tell what they've done.
All these
for
characters,
good or-
they're all
good or
coming.
ill.
All these characters are coming in the face with all their past.
All
They're
their
tru-
demons.
They're true characters.
So-
they're
So-
coming in the
So
face with them. in this
William
movie.
Money.
If I may quote I Claudius, let all the demons in the mud come out.
Who?
Anyway.
Say again.
No, anyway.
Anyway.
Bill,
So check it out. So they all have to face their demons, right? So we got William Money, who has a just terrible criminal past. Who he never talks about it. He never boasts. He actually doesn't even remember half the time because he's such an
Right.
alcoholic.
He
such
said
a
he's drunk
psycho.
half the time.
Yeah,
when he
he's-
does remember, it's like regretful. He's like, I remember that guy I killed. I
Right.
don't remember why I killed him.
Yeah.
even when people bring it up to him, he's just very not. He's not boasting.
Remember you
he's
killed
not-
that guy? Not
he's like,
really.
"Nah," right?
Probably shouldn't have
Now-
done that.
So he faces those demons every time the topic's brought up. And we got English Bob here, who's being outed.
I like how I think Gene
As a
Hackman here.
charlatan,
I think he wants to shoot this guy.
Right. Hackman does
Oh.
kind of want any excuse.
Yeah, of course.
I
He's
think
a
he d-
psychopath, man. He
Yeah.
wants to shoot as a second.
Here's a gun. Shoot me. It's
Yeah.
like, please, someone try to shoot me
But
so I
dude,
can shout someone.
He knows that WW Beauchamp is just a
Oh yeah, he pissed his pants
spineless
earlier.
jellyfish.
That's why he's doing this. Yeah,
the heaviest thing he picked up was a ballpoint pen. You know what I mean? He has no feel for a revolver or
the
nothing.
pen is mightier
Right.
than the sword, or the gun.
So say what you will about Bill, he is a pretty accurate judge of character.
He could have shot him.
He is. Yeah. He. I mean, you can't bullshit this guy. He's just such.
He pissed his
asshead.
pants earlier.
Dude, plus he was French Connection. Come on, guys.
Mhm.
Popeye.
No. Oh wait, was that one of the guys?
Popeye Doyle, right?
That's the guy, right?
Whenever I
French
see
Connection.
this actor here, the writer guy, I always like to think he's coked out of his head, like in True
WW
Romance.
Beauchamp.
No, if
Yeah.
it
Like
was Wild West, it'd be Laudanum. Come
he's
on.
That's every time I see him on
Dude.
screen, I'm like, oh, that's just
he's
the
driving.
coke director.
He's driving the white Porsche.
Yeah.
Yeah, that movie's funny.
Body, what is it? Body bags too, or something?
Oh, I love body bags too, man.
Coming home in a body bag.
Coming up in a body bag, yeah.
See,
It
no, it's actually has decent
You
trigger
cool?
discipline. He doesn't put his finger on the trigger.
Well, he doesn't know how. I don't think.
No, Bill compliments him though. It's like you didn't put your finger on the trigger because that
Oh.
would have been really dangerous.
Yeah, most people they just immediately.
I like how he's like, what if I give him the gun?
Right.
Well, he wants to see something he can write about.
Yeah.
Yeah, he wants a story.
And these are two famous people.
Dude, this was before Instagram models, so like a story was like as valuable as
Insta what now?
seriously.
It's
that like a-
before Instagram model.
No, I'm not
Telegram-
kidding.
Is
Like,
that like a telegram?
I don't know
faster?
what that means.
dude, I'm not kidding. Like,
Explain.
to witness something like this and be able to write about it was like monumental.
Oh
He
yeah,
didn't have
he's
all
the
the-
Instagram model of the day.
Yeah, he's basically like top Instagram dude.
Well, if you notice, they were reading a newspaper, so that was the
only source.
right of the time.
Okay, English Bob
Look,
just
he
stood
wants
up.
to shoot him so bad.
English Bob is like, okay, I can draw against
Gene
this guy.
Hackman's got those evil eyes.
And yeah, they're about to do a little showdown here. Who can draw faster?
Come on, Bob.
Well, I guess Little Bill would have to draw, and I guess English Bob would have to just grab it, cock it, and pull.
Come on, Bill and Bob.
You would think, right?
Oh,
But his hand is already on the. grip
He
of the
knows
pistol.
he knows he's faster. Yeah.
well,
That's why he doesn't
again,
do it.
he's all beat up, dude. He doesn't have
He
the
still
advantage.
he still knows.
Partly he's bluffing him out. He's out bravadoing him. And partly is I think the skills are rigged. Let's count the shells as they pop out.
I think he's got a full 5. He's about to unload.
No, it was loaded.
No, yeah, full
He
5.
says it. Yeah.
Right.
Look.
1, 2, 3, 4.
5.
Five.
That was loaded, man. That was.
Right. But
Yeah.
there's 6 shots in that revolver.
Oh, so you think he would have shot on a blank?
I think it was empty chamber.
The chance.
Oh, he would have. He said it so in case Beauchamp did shoot him, it would be blank.
Oh.
You know, I never thought about
Oh,
that. Is that?
okay.
But do you know is that model revolver? Is that a 6? Does that carry 6?
I'm fairly certain the Colt Single Action Army is.
Yeah.
Okay,
6
so then
shots.
you. Oh,
Is that what he's telling him,
wow.
though?
No, he doesn't say it
In the scene?
No.
Well, he
doesn't
did say I would have killed you.
That's all he said.
Well, I mean,
No,
he
like-
literally unloaded the gun and showed him that there's only 5 bullets in it.
Right.
So that that is that what I didn't pick up on that earlier.
Right.
I didn't. Yeah, I never noticed that. Wow.
I thought he was just showing him that it was really loaded and
That's
he
what
had
I
the
thought
chance.
too. Yeah.
Let me just double check that. I'm going to cheat a little bit to make sure the internet doesn't come down on me with fire and fury.
Check.
What?
But
Okay.
I'm fairly certain the Colt Single Action Army has 6 shots.
There's nothing wrong with a little research.
Dude, a little cheating.
But I think we all should have done a lot of research
Cheating.
beforehand.
Yeah, I know.
Cheating.
We've at least
We are very slacking here.
on this one. Yeah.
The
Okay,
Colt
maybe.
Single Action Army is a single action revolver with a revolving cylinder holding 6 metallic cartridges.
Oh, so it was only 5. Very good.
Yeah, he was
Javier.
telling him that. Yeah.
Right.
Very good.
I guess he did load it on the
Right.
empty one.
And you know it rotates leftward, so as long as you have the...
As long as you
you
have
can
the
set it that
empty
way, yeah,
one
yeah.
one notch over to the right,
Yeah.
Yeah.
that'll shoot a blank.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
It's kind of funny. Wowzers.
Today I learned.
Dude, can you imagine if you lived back in these times?
Here's Ned
would
talking
suck.
about the story. That he's talking to the kid. And he's like, oh, wasn't it 3 guys instead of just 2? Milne still doesn't really care. Or is not concerned about his legend.
Mhm.
So, yeah, that was all I had to say. It was like,
Another part is like Ned seems all like ready, gung ho, and like everything, and the whole time,
Well, that's one of his demons. He realizes that he can no longer live this lifestyle.
he doesn't like it, and then
Everyone has their own personal thing.
what's his name? Money? He bent the
William-
barrel.
Yeah.
It's so fucked up.
Wait,
At least
what-
he gives
what
it back
barrel?
to him. He can
Wait,
fix it.
He messed up the barrel when he gave back the handgun.
He bent
No.
the barrel of his gun, yeah, and gave it back to him.
you got to replace that whole barrel. It's not good.
William.
Well, I mean,
Money,
he still has the
William
rest
Money.
of the gun. It does. It seemed like it was engraved or something like that.
Right. It was custom.
William
Yeah,
Money
custom,
is the guy.
yeah,
William
custom.
Money.
Shit. What was it? Oh, William. What's that? Yeah,
William Money. William Money.
William Money was the whole time he's talking about. Oh, I don't live that life anymore. I'm out of it. I don't like killing. But he's like ready to go.
Not really.
Kill these
Actually,
people.
He's not. He's kind of is.
Well, I mean, his mind is set on it to do. That's what he's doing now.
Right. But
And then
doesn't really-
Ned more so. That's what I'm saying. Ned more so than Money is. Ned's like, yeah, come on, blah blah. And he's like, didn't you used to do it? Didn't you used to shut that guy or teeth out his throat or whatever? And he's like, yeah, he didn't deserve it, blah blah blah. But then when it comes down to it, like Ned's the one that's not the one that's ready to pull the trigger, and it ends up being Money, which was. It seems like the characters are acting the opposite of the way it turns out at the end.
Right.
Get a veil, Delilah. It's fucked up.
I know he's telling her to get a veil so
Yeah.
people would like
That's
be more
your-
attracted to her.
That's your lady of the night. Don't talk to her like that.
They're billiards player.
Or working girls. They are working girls.
Yeah,
'cause
that's
they
the
are
working
girls
girl.
that work.
Don't talk to that work girl
She
like
works hard for the money.
that. Damn it, Delilah.
Dude,
Hey,
I
Delilah.
think they did you wrong in this movie.
it's that song, Hey There, Delilah.
Hey there, Delilah. You should have more lines in this movie.
You got your face all cut up.
All right, we got this scene where the three cowboys now.
Look,
roll
he
up.
sees him.
They witness English Bob.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
witness English Bob all beat
Oh,
up.
this is important. He turns down the whiskey, and he will keep turning down the whiskey
Yeah, he turns it down the whole time.
Well, until he realizes
Until you
that
come to
Ned
it.
gets smoked.
until you come to a very important point.
Yeah, until he finds out his buddy's gone, and then that's the time to drink.
That's
his
not the
tell.
time to drink. That's the worst time to drink.
What are you talking about?
Hell
Anyway.
no, dude. That's when all your emotions are all jacked
Ordinance
up.
14.
Yeah,
No
that's why you're
firearms,
drinking.
big whiskey.
No.
You know they've gone from Kansas to Wyoming? That's like over 500 miles.
On a
There's
horse?
no way, dude.
Yeah.
How long have they been?
Maybe they were on the edge of the border on
I
both
thought it
sides.
took him only a couple days to get there.
Well, it seems to have been.
Yeah,
But-
is it not?
Yeah, they said going back to Kansas. They're from
Powder them
Kansas.
pits.
Ew, dude.
What?
That's-
Oh,
Yeah.
Well, I
Hey.
guess that's what they had to do, right? Oh, so they finally got there.
Yeah.
Okay.
It took a while.
look at his jacked up house.
Now his
dude.
house is leaking, like his whole house, his entire house.
His like new little best friend. And he's like, "Come home with me and write about
Right.
my stories." And he's like, "Pour out the fucking rain." It was
Come to my fucking house.
come to my fucking
Well,
house.
he makes a slight like a bad joke. He says, "Why don't you hang the carpenter?"
he doesn't.
You know,
I really wish he would have dug more into him.
Right.
And then Bill little Bill would have got mad at him and then
Right.
shot at him or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, his house is all.
I mean, he's
jacked
still
up.
working on it, but still.
Right.
Yeah, but the roof is
I
the
mean-
most like necessary component of your house.
Yeah,
I thought my workmanship was that.
there's the corners and the roof. That's the first thing you do.
As they said, there's not a straight angle in the whole place. Crooked, much like Bill.
I mean, he did it himself.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can tell. It's a
Kind of
shit
impressive.
house.
Right.
Impressive.
It's impressive how
Dude, a kid can do that.
how good it is. How functional it is, even though.
Dude, anyone can put up 4 little sticks.
I do not like assassins. Men of low character.
Is that what he says?
Yeah.
It's his first house.
Oh, that's right.
What?
He thinks he's like superior, basically. I mean,
Right.
in reality,
He's
in
got-
this town, he is. You know
He's
what
the
I mean?
sheriff.
He does have a certain like weird take on morality. Like again, it seems to be hang the carpenter. Yeah, there's your
Uh-oh.
line.
Yeah,
But
hang the cover.
Not-
What?
Not good.
Yeah, don't insult your host even unknowingly. But yeah, it's a thing. It's the morality of this movie.
His face looks so sad when he told him that. Gene Hackman, that was great acting.
All right.
Hang the carpenter. Oh, he got puppy eyes for a second.
He's no Ryan Gosling though.
Yeah.
Dude, Ryan Gosling.
Yeah. Anyway,
All right, so now we got one of the kids here telling.
the deputies, they never successfully disarm anybody.
I don't
Bill
know
has to do all the work.
why they even need the sheriff for this. Yeah, that's what I don't
Because
understand.
they're like scaredy cats,
Yeah,
man.
they suck, dude. It's like, come
Yeah,
on.
The deputies are all a bunch of followers.
It's-
Bill
and then
is
this
the
dude's
leader.
like got pneumonia. When did he get sick? Was it just when he came into town?
No,
They
dude, you
didn't-
never had
been-
like a 2-day fever
They've
before?
been wandering around in the rain.
Well, I know, but I'm saying previous scenes, they only showed him like one scene when he was riding into town when they like missed the sign.
Yeah.
When he's been like shivering like this. So like,
Oh,
Yeah.
dude, what was that movie?
I was like, he got sick pretty quick, and they didn't really mention
But
it
they've been on
until
the road
he's.
for like a week though.
Hey guys,
Yeah.
do you remember that movie?
Yes.
I
Okay,
remember
good.
a movie.
All right, good. So here's the scene. No, kidding. Do you guys remember that movie where it's Daniel Craig and he's fighting aliens in the Wild Wild West?
Cowboys and Aliens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you guys ever see that?
Harrison Ford. Dollar
Yeah.
High.
Oh yeah, Harrison Ford.
Yeah.
What'd you guys
You
think?
never saw it?
I did. I think one time I was at Recon's.
Yeah, I liked it.
It's mediocre.
It's stupid.
mediocre.
It's stupid
Actually,
fun.
it was stupid fun, right?
Yeah.
By the way, guys, mediocre is a reference to
Better
Mad
than
Max
Wild
Fury
Wild
Road.
West.
What? Will Smith?
That's not a high bar.
Yeah, that's nothing to compare anything to except like trash.
All right.
It's better than trash.
Yeah, the movie.
Well,
I
no,
mean, the movie.
the thing you can compare Wild Wild West to is Bandits. That one with Penelope Cruz, maybe.
What?
What?
No, Bandits is way better than
Wait.
Wild Wild West. Come on.
That's
When
the
did
bar.
Bandits come out?
You mean Banditas?
Banditas? Yeah, whatever the heck it is.
Wait, is that the real name of the movie?
Yes.
Bandits? When did it come out?
Banditas.
Mid 2000s, I presume.
Nah, yeah.
With who?
Like
Penelope
2005,
Cruz?
2007 or something.
Yeah.
Selma Hayek, Penelope
What,
Cruz.
what are
some
they
other one.
doing? Like working at the local tortilla factory?
They're being banditas.
That's it?
Yeah, and something scientific method.
Oh God.
Really? It's an action movie. Look, he pushes it away.
Yeah. See, again,
That's not gonna help your cold.
Uh,
Like this dude is like got pneumonia or something.
right.
He's like shivering,
Let me
dying.
take a shot.
He feels poorly.
Yeah, you can't just leave this guy alone. It doesn't look like he's causing any, or he will cause anybody's
No,
harm.
but Bill can't have any of it. So
Yeah,
he-
this
Okay.
dude's got a gun.
Guns
He's got a
drawn.
badge. Why can't you take this old man's gun away from him?
Dude,
You
they
guys
need
suck. All
little
these guys
Bill.
suck.
yeah, they all are kind of.
They
they're
all suck.
weak and followers.
And the shootout at the end of this movie, I just don't understand.
Dude, it's the
Well,
best
it
shootout in the
follows.
history of
What?
like westerns.
No.
It follows from the characters. They established how these deputies are.
Yeah, they're basically hacks, literally.
Right. So
Not
it
it.
follows
We got the
from how
one
they're
arm-
established.
the one-armed bastard.
No.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, look, this guy's shivering. He's got a double-barreled shotgun,
Right.
shivering.
And he's the one who's afraid.
Yeah, he's shivering just looking at William Money.
And anyway, Hackman already went through this whole lecture beforehand about how you got to keep your cool while someone's firing at you or pointing a gun at you. And
Hand
that's-
over that pistol, mister.
And none of them have it.
Right. None of them have that cool because they're all followers.
I ain't
Bill's the
drunk.
strength in the town. Bill's the law. And then
But I
coming
don't
back to this scene.
no.
Ordinance says you got
Coming
to
back
turn
to
on
this
your
scene.
I think it's just a
firearms to the
bad.
county office.
I don't think it's just a bad shootout.
No, but
What?
it's also
The final? It is the very
Yeah.
definition of of these characters. They're all hacks, and you got this crazy
And then
psycho
no,
William Money.
I'll wait.
also like pretty much like every shootout in all of Eastwood spaghetti westerns follows a similar pattern.
I'll wait.
He just mows them down. That's what he does.
He's not gonna say another word until that scene.
Yeah.
All right,
Johnny
just
Walker.
Stay mute. Anyway, again,
There's no use arguing about
Money
it. now.
like English Bob is trying to
Or
bullshit
argue about it
Bill.
when you can see what I'm talking about.
It's like, I ain't drunk. Mom, I'm in pistols. I ain't armed.
Dude, I like
Well-
these little these raincoats. they're
I ain't
wearing.
armed.
And you notice Hendershot's the guy he was talking about earlier. The guy he killed. And he's
Oh, is that what he is really?
Yeah.
Who?
He was talking about earlier around the campfire.
Some dude
was
that he
talking to Ned.
smoked.
He was talking about how he killed Hendershot. And he sort of imagined his skull being full of maggots and stuff. That's when he's starting to have a fever.
Oh. Did he say Hendershot now?
Yeah.
Why?
He used the same name because the name's been on his mind.
Oh, he said that was his name.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Dude, so back in these times, centuries ago,
8th century ago.
you could basically shoot someone for calling you a liar. Right?
You can shoot
Almost.
somebody for whatever as long as they try to shoot at you back.
Well,
As long as they drew or were armed.
Yeah.
Or the provocation, or you could claim self-defense.
If somebody was like,
Like,
yeah,
you
I
could
saw
just-
them yelling at each other, then yeah.
there's a shootout, and then that was it. That was
They
it.
shot each other, and then that's what happened.
Dude, that was awesome.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
I don't
But all these guys are acting like they're not in the Old West. That's what I don't like about this movie.
because they're hacks.
That's not how you live in the Old West.
You mean his posse, his
This
squad?
whole freaking town.
His crew of followers and hangers
Well, the
on.
billiards girls are acting very Wild
Yeah.
Westy.
What's her name? Give
Strawberry
think-
give
Alice?
Strawberry Alice a freaking gun. For
Dude,
Christ's
she's
sake.
got
It's
one.
part of the point of the
right
movie, though.
between...
I know it's the point of the movie. I'm
The
just saying I don't
Wild
like it.
West wasn't as wild as you thought it was.
Yeah, it was.
Dude, there was even small towns back in these times, Johnny Walker, where nothing happened. There was no action. There was no,
Right.
like...
Everybody just had guns and didn't use them.
a
Yeah,
lot of towns
man.
actually had these no gun ordinances to prevent
Yeah.
things happening like that.
That's how we came to be to where we
Dude,
are
that's
now.
horrible.
Right. Boom.
Oh, pistol whip too.
Right.
Yeah, he got hit in the face.
And
with
Gene
his
Hackman
own
is just like
pistol.
beating up on people.
Right. He does, really. He's kind of sadistic. And you notice
Which is
everyone's-
surprising. Like, I figured he
No,
would have
no.
whooped those boys in the beginning.
you notice at least he goes for the bottle to try to fight back.
He's got to go for something, you know.
Right. And though you notice how like all the bass
Cheyenne?
players are all just shocked and
Emily?
surprised.
And they all don't like the beating too. They don't even like the violence.
Right. But they
Down a
want
big whiskey.
They all suck.
big whiskey, Wyoming.
Whole town sucks.
But they are at least smart enough to get the other guys out the back.
Yeah, they're clever girls, man. They're clever. They know what
Right.
they're doing.
Well, those are their
They have to be
bounty.
to survive.
Those are their bounty dudes. Of course,
Right.
they gotta take care of them.
They had to
They're
save-
getting freebies and shit, handout or early ones.
hand
Free
somethings.
ones.
Free ones. Building up their credit,
Yeah.
Yeah, they're reducing their
Yeah.
future payout.
Just in their payout. Yeah.
reducing their payout. Yeah.
Okay,
And then-
we're back to the scene where
He's
William
like,
Money's on the floor
I think-
crawling for his
I
life.
think they'll just let me
Right.
crawl away.
And he's basically got tunnel vision, just trying to get the hell out of here. And Little Bill's just standing over him, kind of.
Yeah.
But they didn't see the sign. I think they legit didn't see the sign because of the rain. You didn't have to beat them.
But it doesn't matter, no, because he didn't hand over the firearm, though. If he'd handed it over.
Yeah.
Right. He tried to bluff him.
He could have. I mean, I don't know what these guys are thinking. If you're trying to go into a town and assassinate somebody, you hide a pistol somewhere.
Right.
You know that the town doesn't allow guns. So if you're trying to go do a mission, why would you cause the first thing you do is cause trouble for yourself? It doesn't make any sense.
Well, they didn't mean to cause trouble, but they just
That's
got
what
caught.
but I'm saying
Like I said, they're rusty. They're out of practice. They're not
for them. Yes, for English Bob, I guess he's just an asshole. But
right. He's again trying
but
to
these
bullshit.
assassins are the
English
people.
Bob was a bullshitter
Only
through and
people that
through.
come through that are trying to do this thing that suck about it.
Dude, he's still crawling out of the damn saloon here on the floor in mud.
Right.
Dude, that's gotta suck for your boots.
His boots and a lot of the other outfits.
Damn, slapped.
Dude, he just
Come on, man. She gotta work.
She's got a trick.
Only $1, man.
Look,
Dude.
he's beating women.
Where do I sign? So, okay. He's now interrogating Strawberry Alice
Billiards.
and asking, like, what the hell's going on? You know, why are all these... He knows that these people showed up to collect this bounty, to perform this.
And she's trying to play it off on him and bullshit him.
Yeah. She's good. She's great, man. She's freaking, like...
Yeah.
She's the head
Very-
honcho.
Yeah,
Very
she,
resourcol.
she's smart, man.
She's the one trying to get that. She
the
collected all the
HBIC.
money. She like wants to. Really wants justice more so than
yeah.
Delilah herself.
Not even justice at this point. It's vengeance.
Vengeance. Yeah, yeah.
Wait, what's the difference?
There's a thin line.
UrbanDictionary.com.
Nah. Well, she wants revenge at this point for what they did to Delilah. And I
Revengeance?
guess
Yeah.
for what they've done to like
Metal
how
Gear
they treated
Solid?
these women.
Metal Gear
It
Solid.
always comes back to Metal Gear Solid.
I mean, like,
So
I think
speaking about Metal Gear Solid 2.
Metal
no,
Gear
I'm
Solid
kidding.
Revengeance.
if justice
Is
had
that
been
the
Death
name of-
Stranding coming out soon.
Wait, is that the name of the game?
Yeah.
Okay, so speaking about Metal Gear Solid Vengeance, no, I'm kidding.
Revengeance.
Wait, is it on Xbox though?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna get it.
Okay. Revengeance. Platinum Games.
Actually, this is how medicine was back then. Just sew it up. No anesthetic, no disinfectant. Just
Dude, let me sew my face.
I think don't they disinfect it with alcohol?
I think they disinfected.
They're
it
like,
with-
"Give me the
with
whiskey."
with a
that's
with a
usually
candle.
for the patient.
Oh yeah. But didn't they do that too? I
Dude,
could've sworn
they did that in Braveheart when the dad has that arrow in his heart or whatever in his chest.
They know about a little bit of disinfectant.
Freedom.
That guy took delivery girls coming here,
Right.
eating down your credit. It's like, what are you all doing?
And meanwhile,
Haven't even
William
completed the
Money is
mission
like
yet.
half dead in the corner.
Yeah.
Right. You notice the kid wants to like abandon him, like more or less right away.
Yeah, he's like old, useless, can't do my mission for me.
Yeah. And then now he's full of excuses.
This kid's funny.
So they're like, at
We
least
need-
they're smart enough
we need
to like
food.
get out of town and be outside. And then they're Ned wants to work with William Money. He doesn't trust the kid, and I think he
thinks
kind of
he's-
senses the kid's full of BS.
Oh yeah. He
And
can
so
totally
Thinks
see
he's
it,
about
yeah.
to
And I
die.
think he also kind of knows.
Dude, that kid is tiny compared
may-
to Ned.
Yeah.
Right. He's supposed to be young, inexperienced, but he also knows. I think he maybe senses kind of deep down. He's really maybe
Dude,
not so much.
Look
a
at
killer.
this Facebook.
Look at these faces.
Dude, that's Facebook.
It
Yeah.
could be anybody.
I know.
Let me just kill a dude.
Look,
with
I
a
got him.
scrubby
I
beard.
collected the bounty. Here's the picture. And they're like, okay. Sure, why not? Yeah.
Dude, that's the closest they had.
Yeah,
to,
I know.
like,
It's
Right.
funny.
It is. Yeah, it's like unintentionally like, hilarious.
Little
Here you go.
child's drawing.
Yeah.
They just killed this guy. He looks, kind of like him.
He looks
Okay, he
sort
had
of
a
like
cowboy
picture.
hat and a mustache. All right.
And a beard. Yeah.
In the
Yeah.
Wild Wild West.
Right. But the point is, I think Ned kind of knows. He's kind of sensing that he's not really the killer anymore because he wants money to go along with him. He's claiming this for partnership, but I think he's maybe deep down he's got the feeling maybe he doesn't want to be a killer anymore.
Who?
Ned.
Ned?
Yeah. I think,
Now he's starting to feel it?
Yeah, I think now he sort of realized, like on the way up.
Ned's
Oh,
dead.
it's closer to the target.
Yeah.
Actually, that's Zed's dead.
And then the closer to the target that William gets to, he realizes he doesn't want to.
Then, yeah, William sort of
Yeah.
comes back into it.
So it's like he doesn't want to going into it, but he's doing it for the money. Ned does want to do it because he's like he feels like he wants to go back into it, but when
I'm
it comes
telling you,
down to it, he's
everyone-
like no. But when it comes down to it for William, he's like yeah.
Dude, they reverse their roles because they
Yeah,
have to
yeah.
face their own demons. I mean, really, there's a lot of...
Yeah. No, I'm saying like from when they start out, they switch sides pretty much
Right.
on their
So And it's also William Money.
The way they thought they
send
perceived
him
themselves.
back into hell. It's like he's going back on everything his wife taught him. He keeps talking about how his wife like lectured him about like not being wicked or whatever, but then
She saved him for a while.
then he's apparently not redeemed because he goes right back into it. At least for a little bit.
Well, not right back.
Not right back into it.
Well,
It actually
who knows how many missions came to his doorstep in those 3 years.
It
True.
takes some doing to get him back into it. Though.
Maybe it was the first guy to show up after his wife's dead. The first
Right.
mission that comes up. All right, let's go.
First guy to come back and
Yeah.
trade down his old reputation and get him back into it, draw him back into that world.
He's also pretty old.
He's
His
trying
kids
to
are pretty
leave
young,
behind-
too.
Dude, I think he's in his 60s in this.
Yeah.
In this
Oh
film.
yeah, and also they had the script was floating around for like 76 or something like that.
Since the early 80s, at least.
Yeah, and since the 70s. And then his original
He had to wait till he was old enough.
script reader passed on it because she was I think she was like older lady, like in her 70s by that time. And then
Dude,
she's like,
that's not
no,
old.
don't. She's like, don't read it. It's trash, blah blah. And that's why he skipped it. And he wouldn't come back to it later. Eventually, after I think she was like past or no, he was just flipping through them, waiting for other things to happen, and he didn't realize that was the one that she denied. And then this is the one. This is the one that he
What,
like
like the lady
held
that
on
was
to.
like the lady that was like screening the script
when
for
it
him
when
or
he
whatever?
when it first came up,
Right.
she was like, "No, don't even read it. It's garbage." And then so he passed on it. And then when it came back
Dude, how
around through
dare
him
she.
just reading it himself, he was like, "Oh," and he didn't realize that was the one that she was like, "Oh no, don't do it," until
Right.
afterward.
Dude,
So,
But,
not good.
Yeah, and that's why. And then it turns this is like his best picture,
right.
best director, and like all this stuff.
It's his Oscar.
But
breaker.
it's his Oscar bait. But
And
But yeah, and then so the script was floating around since the 70s, and then he said he did hold on to it on the script for a long time so he could be old enough to play the lead part in the role.
Right.
Well, he's pretty old in this film, I can tell you
He
that.
needs
Yeah,
some
yeah.
seasoning. And yet 20
And this
plus
is in
years on.
91, so yeah, he had it for at least 10 years since like late 70s, early 80s. Just holding on to it, floating around, working
Until
on it.
he's well seasoned enough to do actually.
And
do
the
it.
original script, the original title was, sorry,
The Cut Horror Murders. The Cut Horror Murders.
yeah,
or
like
something?
cut horror murders, and then that's one of the small only changes that they made to like the
Right.
script or the story or anything.
Or something William Money. It was one of the
Yeah.
other titles they were working on.
And yeah, that's one of the only things they changed about
Anyway,
it.
so apparently, production note: this snow was unplanned, but they just rolled with it.
Right, yeah. I don't think this scene with the snow, they were like, oh, crap. It
Yeah,
snows
it
in
just
Canada.
happened to snow around that time when they were
Dude,
filming.
it's all Canada's fault.
Yeah,
So
Canada and snow. Who would've
blame
thought?
Canada.
Yeah, of course.
But yeah, this is like so. Pay attention, Johnny Walker. This is
Oh, it's
where-
the cut horror killings and
Johnny Walker, please. Working
Pay atten-
girls.
no, these are the original titles of the script, and then and it's another reason why it was passed over so many times.
Just bad titling.
Bad
What-
title.
wait,
No one wants to
anyway-
read that script
anyway,
or
here's
let
what-
alone make the cut horror killings
Cut
movie.
Horror Killing, that was the name of the movie?
That was the original name of
One of the
the
working titles.
one of the working
Anyway,
titles
I
of the
think Javier
screenplay.
wants to say something.
While you're pay attention to here, this is where Delilah gets her lines.
Yeah, this is her moment.
Right. So should I just take a moment, pour one out for Delilah's moment? This
Yeah,
is the only
and then
insight
he
you get into
kind
her
of, and it's
character.
weird too that he like it didn't seem like he had a problem telling anybody else that his wife was passed away and all this, and then for this part, for some reason he just acts as though he like
Right.
lets it lead on as if she's alive, you know,
Right.
or let it lead on that way.
Well, we missed it. We're talking over it. Like Ned was busy talking to him about it, what his gratification is, and he goes on to say, "I don't miss it that much." He sort of is like shut down in that regard.
Ned was like, you just use your hand?
Yeah. He's like, do you go? Into
Oh
towns
yeah,
and-"
that was scenes ago. That was a while ago.
Right.
funny.
We missed it because we were talking over, discussing something else.
And then she's like, she feels all,
Self-conscious about
yeah.
it.
She's like, oh, I didn't mean me. I meant somebody else.
Right.
You know. Blah,
No, but he
blah.
was like, well, it's not
I'll
a
throw
cut
you
on
a free one, old man. Even
Yeah.
a cut face.
He
And then
feels bad.
and then he's super nice about it.
Right. He's
With
trying-
their little pilgrim hat.
it's a bonnet.
Wait,
A
what?
bonnet, yeah.
What?
Her hat, bonnet.
Right.
It's just funny.
Also,
Dude,
I
it's
just
one of
think
those-
those. I
it's
just
one of
think
those-
those hats are funny.
It's one of those dog, where the dog's not supposed to eat himself.
The cone,
Yeah, you put it on his neck.
a bonnet.
Yeah,
Yeah, a dog bonnet.
yeah.
and aside from that, the beautiful, like, this is like a classic noir like setup here. You got the two people facing the same way.
She can't
One
look at her
person talking
scars.
from the background to another person in the foreground.
Yeah, and also he is in. They're both in focus.
Right.
Is that supposed to be like a new iPhone trick?
No,
It's just pointing it out. It's just a piece of
the
like,
1991 movie.
in terms of cinematography.
Dude, it was.
No, well, they weren't that too far
It's
apart
in-
from each other. But usually, when someone's, which I don't like it when for this
They
scene
shift
specifically,
focuses.
when these characters are actually this close from shifting from foreground to background, when
Why?
when they literally are sitting next to each
Right.
other, when the camera's like, oh, shift focus to the foreground and then to the background because their dialogue is changing with me and the camera and the focus, and it's like, no, just let them talk.
Right.
It's like
Keep them both in focus.
yeah,
It's
just
a very,
keep them both in focus. Yeah,
very well composed shot is what we're getting at.
yeah.
I mean, I don't mind it that much.
Clint
It's
Eastwood,
still
director.
nice.
Yeah.
No, for other movies, not this. Well, not this one because they didn't do it, but
Right.
that's the usual camera trick that you see
Right.
for that literal scene that we just saw.
All right, we're at the scene now where the cowboys are chasing this baby
It's a character talking
thing,
to
and
another
they
character
just shot
in
the
the foreground
horse
or
of one of
background.
the guys.
Ned shot the horse. And that will happen if a horse falls on you. You probably will break your leg.
Yeah, man, horses are heavy as fuck.
Dude, those fat bastards.
And then that
It's all
guy,
muscle.
I recognize that guy from something. He's from like Van Wilder or something like that. But I've
My
seen him
legs
in
broke.
something. The guy that takes him to water.
Dude, there's no local emergency room that they can go to either for
Nope.
his leg.
Oh,
They're out
he's
here,
done, yeah.
Out in the middle of nowhere, yeah. They're if he's lucky and get a splinted and pray.
Yeah, but if he
well,
gets
I mean, a
shot,
horse
which
can
he's
carry you
about to-
pretty fast and far.
Well, the horse is done though, so
Go ahead, Davy boy.
the horse can only carry you as far as it can.
At first, I thought
True
that was
grit.
the wrong guy. I was like, did they just shoot the wrong dude? Did they kill the wrong
They
dude?
did. They shot Mr. Ed.
No, they got him. Like
And that's
from that
just-
little the little picture drawing, they got the right guy
Yeah.
from like a mountaintop away.
So there's his Sharps carbine, apparently army issue.
What is that? Sharp's carbine?
Yeah.
Ned buckles under the pressure. He sucked, Ned.
All right.
Will, I changed characters right now. I just can't do the thing I set out to do originally.
Right. Like I said, he
And then he's like, God damn it, I'm not good with rifles.
right, but
Dude, William Money picks up the slack here,
Yeah.
but he's not.
more or less that's
Dude, okay, how many yards do you think that is, JVR?
Why does it
Because-
take 3 people to come?
Dude, I'm
one
telling
person?
you,
Two
when
people.
I'm popping off iron sights with the AR, I'm comfortable, 40 yards.
40 yards out. As I've seen, yeah.
Like,
You're on the paper.
yeah, and that's like me in a steady controlled environment. What about when you're facing gunfire out here a mountaintop away? How far do you think this is from where he is against Davy Boy?
It's gonna be 100 yards.
They're pretty
easy.
high up.
Dude, 100 yards on iron sights, man.
They
On
do.
that- on
Well,
that
they show the
sing-
perspective a little bit.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. That's pretty good for being
Right.
in a gunfight. I mean, he's basically he's under fire trying to get this
Yeah.
one guy.
Right. You notice he does.
And he
keep his
can't even.
calm.
And he can barely even fire because his old man out of the game for so
Ooh.
long.
He got
He
him.
got him,
He just
yeah.
got him. He got him in the gut.
Yeah.
And
Which
the
is
mu-
weird,
I
they
love how
didn't-
the music
they
just
didn't really
changes
show
right
it.
here, man. It's so cool.
They like showed his knee. They didn't really show him get shot.
Well, you heard him say,
Yeah.
yeah. You can tell
got
even by
him.
the music, the tone just got dark.
You could tell by the music he shot him.
Yeah, literally.
Well, yeah.
More Ned's like, I
He's
sucked right
confused.
now.
And it's like, I suck nuts.
I think he's full of regret at this point. Regret for a lot of
And
things.
his associates,
He knows Sally don't like it.
Davy Boy's associates are looking,
Yeah.
and they know. They know he got him.
Right. He's dead, all right. Anyway, so but this is the thing. This whole
There's
dying
Jabby.
process is messy and like it's not as like glamorous or as clean as you would have it believe in
4K.
the movies. It's actually a sad and
I
messy
guess.
process. The poor kid is bleeding out there. It's crying for water.
I'm dying, boys.
Fine, boys.
And then they gotta watch him die, which they're
Right.
not happy with.
Dude, the kid's funny. You shouldn't have cut up no working girl, asshole.
Usually, in
Take
the
him the
movies,
water already. They're like, he's dying. They're like, hurry up, take him the water.
What's the thing? Usually, in movies, someone dies and they just kind of keel over and that's it. This guy has to
They focus on it, yeah.
just focus on.
And he shot him in the gut, and he's slowly
Right.
gonna bleed out.
He's gonna bleed to death, get peritonitis, and die.
What's peritonitis?
That's an infection caused by.
I thought that was an infection caused by parents.
No. Maybe where you come from. But for
I
the
come
rest
from
of us,
Cali, Colombia, the
He's like, I
mountainside.
just shot him. Give him some water.
right,
Yeah. I just shot him in the gut.
Please.
right.
Clearly needs water. I just shot him.
You ain't gonna shoot.
He's thirsty. He's in shock. Yeah.
What's
he's
he from? Does anybody know?
I have no idea.
Man.
Unforgiven?
No, he's in the guy that takes him the water. He's in like
Right.
Unforgiven.
American Pie or like.
No.
I swear,
American
dude.
Pie was like, well, maybe
Or
it
like
was.
Van Wilder,
American
or
Pie
like
was
he's
98,
he's like a
99.
party frat dude in a movie. I know I've seen him before.
Right.
I don't know, but here they confirmed the death bit pretty much where his
Right.
buddy yells out, "You killed our Davy boy," and that's how you know they got their first guy.
Yeah.
And the kid
Well,
can't see for a guy.
Why are they worried about taking him water?
Because there's this misery going on. Like the kid doesn't know because he's really innocent. He doesn't.
Here, Clint Eastwood is. I mean, he's basically picking at rocks.
Everybody's
here.
at odds with everything they're doing.
Right. No one likes the situation they're in.
Well, Clint Eastwood is now back in gear. He now you know,
He's not even back in gear yet.
What are you talking
Not
about?
yet,
He
not-
just
well-
shot him, dude. He's
He-
back in gear. He's the only one that shot the dude.
Nah, he's kind of getting back there. But
Nah, he 3 shots in, he shot him.
he's not too happy about it though.
He tossed some rocks about it.
Okay, now
Right.
Ned basically chickens out. Now he's like, "I'm going home."
Yeah, he sucked,
Right.
Ned.
Well, he's not a killer anymore. Like the thing that Eastwood keeps talking about, hoping they would happen to him with his wife.
Well, to give
Actually, kind of happened
to
with
give
Ned.
some benefit
Yeah,
to Ned.
that's what
Ned
what
did
happened to
take-
Ned is what he wanted to happen to
Ned
him.
did take
Right.
that first shot and almost got Davy Boy. He got the horse, which shattered
Right.
Davy Boy's leg. So you got to give him some credit.
Right,
He's
but
not
I
a
think
complete traitor.
He got the
No.
assist kill.
he got the assist. But I think the point is, if he's as good a shot as he
Assist plus
says
one.
he is,
Yeah, assist +1, yeah.
but
He got a
that's the
couple of
point.
points.
If he's as good a shot as everyone claims he is, he wouldn't have missed Davy. So he more or less missed deliberately because he doesn't really
No.
want to be a killer anymore.
Wait, who said he's such a good? Oh, he's been boasting about his how good.
Everybody.
a good
Everyone's
shot.
been talking. Pretty
Oh,
much,
right,
Money
yeah.
and Ned have both been talking about how good a shot Ned is.
So you think he deliberately missed? I think he
Right.
was just shook, and he was like, you know what?
right? Either
And
or.
they're all rusty.
They're a little rusty. He missed on purpose or not. He couldn't take the killing shot, so he just shot the horse.
Fucked up, Ned.
And then Money had to do the cleanup after him. But they are partners. So that,
You get
And-
200 instead of 300.
right. But they do, Money will stand by him, so,
He knows the kid's full of shit.
yeah. And then, so Ned rides off, heading south, going back to Kansas from Wyoming.
There's
500
some
miles.
good Canada mountains.
Yeah. Alberta, the Rockies. It's really beautiful out there. And they really take advantage of that scenery.
Oh, yeah. Also, fun fact. They also built the town that they're in. They actually built it for the movie.
Right.
Yeah, little build.
It was
It's all
like
crappy.
a...
No, not just built.
the
actual
set
property
builders.
master.
And it was built with...
In about 30 days. more or
Yeah,
less.
really fast also.
Yeah,
for
they use
comparatively-
84 lumber. You know, you just like click and play.
Right.
comparatively to other sets being built at
Right.
the time. And the whole movie was shot too pretty quickly in
Right.
months or like a month,
Right.
yeah, like a
So
month or
you
two.
hear stories about
A
this
month. That's extremely short.
Yeah,
The only other thing I
for
know,
this movie, yeah.
the only other thing I know about that would be that short would be Texas Chainsaw Massacre 1974.
Yeah. The
Right.
production was smooth because he has his crew, like I was saying earlier, as he had his crew that's worked on him through most of his previous movies.
Right.
So they have like a good workflow going. That's why the set was built so fast.
Everyone
It's
knows
probably why
kind of what to
it's
do.
part of why this movie's so good, probably.
Right.
All right, so
Like
here we got basically they're forming like a little mob here.
Except for
Little
the
posse
characters
mob.
and their
Term
actions.
you're looking for.
Oh, posse, yeah, posse.
And
And then we got the girls.
Come on, Delilah.
our billiards players. They're actually surprised. And then, yeah, they came clear from Kansas just to fuck you ladies. But
Working
no,
girls, Javier. Working
I
girls.
said ladies. What's you have a problem with ladies now?
They go by their professional term.
Billiards
Billiard
players?
girls.
Billiards players?
Billiards girls. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
players. Yeah,
Yeah.
players.
Ain't got no
Yeah.
wife.
Yeah, got no wife.
The point being, I think they're all kind of surprised. They're a
That
little
makes
bit
it
shook.
sweeter.
They're a little bit shook too about what's happened, the violence.
Uh-oh.
But Alice, yeah, she's
I like
all about it.
I like how she immediately makes space to make her voice heard more.
Right.
Bust out the window some more.
Dude, I like Strawberry Alice, man. She's
Yeah,
cool.
she's cool.
Well, she's very strong-willed. I think a lot of it is you've got these strong-willed characters interacting with each other,
Trying to treat me like horses.
and a lot of people around them are just not as strong-willed, so they kind of follow them or fall in line or go behind them or against them.
All right, so they got Ned now. They just confirmed they found Ned. They got him, and
They
he's
caught him.
basically the result of a lynch mob or posse, I guess, right?
Right. Well,
No, wait, did they disband the posse, and that's how they found? No, this is local town folk. This is their own mini mob that caught Ned.
Yeah, the lynch mob,
The lynch mob, yeah.
or the vigilantes, you would say, found him.
I thought
But
the
they're
scouts.
gonna form a posse later to go track down money.
They're
Who found Ned?
the local town dudes.
No, some guys from the Bar T actually.
From the Bar T, right?
Right.
Because he was like
From
on
the
the
billiards
count,
place. Yeah.
No, not billiards. The Bar T is
From the
separate from the
ranch.
billiards.
Oh.
From the ranch, from the Bar
Oh,
T
from the
ranch.
ranch. From the ranch.
If you would have heard the guy, he just said on the count of killing one of our own. So he considers the Bar T boys.
So vigilantes, pretty
Yeah,
much.
yeah.
At this point, they're going to be deputized later,
Okay.
but for right now, it's kind of informal.
Okay, we're
And
at
this
the
is
scene
a
here.
long ass stakeout. You think about it. It starts off in the middle of the night. And it's going to go into the next day.
Oh, right. I didn't notice that.
They're assassins.
Check those out.
What?
So then, all right. So we're at the scene here where one dude is basically taunting the second slasher guy. What's it called? This guy's like, I got me some protection, and it's this big
A fat sleeping guy.
fat sleeping bastard, just sleeping on the job basically. So yeah, the word's out. One of the guys is dead. The other dude has his little bodyguards passed out, and now Ned, unfortunately for Ned,
Poor Ned.
is here under arrest by the
They caught him by the river or
vigilante
something like that.
/ lynch mob. Yeah, so it's not looking good for poor old Ned. Is he the only dark skinned dude in this film, or that's the only one I can remember seeing?
Yeah.
So it's definitely not good for him then at this point, because they're gonna beat him up, man. They're gonna do bad things to him here in a bit.
They don't really explicitly say in this movie, but you can feel it.
What,
Especially for the
racism?
time it came out and
Credit where
from
it's due.
knowing
This
history.
movie seems to be post-racial, even though, historically he would have been treated.
They don't
very badly.
emphasize it in the movie, which I like. Because
Right.
it's not a part of it. It's just a dude.
Yeah.
So
Except for later on, Gene Hackman actually did
what did you
portray his part of
What?
the deputy dude on the guy that beat Rodney King. That's
Really?
literally what they said.
Oh, so Gene Hackman
on the
So-
Rodney King, the guy
so
that
Yeah.
that
imitated
started
life is what you're
the
saying.
1990 1 or 2 riots in LA.
Wait, guys, who's Rodney King?
The police officer that beat Rodney King,
Just kidding.
they portrayed Gene Hackman portrayed his character like
Is that what?
influenced by.
Is that what Gene Hackman says?
Yeah, it was
damn.
completely influenced by the dude that beat Rodney King.
Dude.
Right.
All right, so now we got Little Bill.
So but that's
whipping
like
going
behind
on.
the scenes like influences. It's
bull
not
whipping.
it's not overtly explicitly said in the movie.
We got Little Bill.
Besides, he's
bull
whipping him.
Ned.
You notice
I mean,
the horrified reactions of everyone around.
Yeah, because they can hear it. I mean,
Dude,
they
know
hear.
that Bill just loves beating people. That's his thing.
Right. And that's really
Little Bill.
Little
kinda
Bill
like
just
the-
likes beating people.
the tipping point. Maybe not tipping point, but you've seen the Bill slide. Bill just likes brutality. He just likes brutalizing
Dude, he's
people.
a psychopath. He's a what do they call it? Sadistic?
Yeah,
He is.
he's
really.
a sadist.
I mean, what does that mean? That means you like hurting people?
He enjoys inflicting pain.
Dude,
yeah.
he'd be good in any of the Saw movies as
Huh.
the granddaddy Saw dude.
Right.
Gene Hackman.
Yes.
Beauchamp's complicit in this now. He's taking notes for him.
Oh, they're recording his lies.
Right. The hell
Well,
I did.
It's
Well,
hard to
Ned-
lie when you're getting whipped,
It's hard to lie when you're beaten. And
unless you
getting
have the lie already
bull-whipped.
ready to go.
Right.
Even then, man, you're gonna
Nah, if you had it ready to go, you lie.
while you're getting bullwhipped by Little Bill.
Yeah, if you had it ready to go.
Yeah, right.
Right.
If you had an alibi.
An alibi.
I think
Maybe.
he didn't think he was gonna get caught. He's just running around down the river.
Right.
He's just going home. He wasn't really on the
Yeah.
run.
There's some again the beautiful cinematography here. Is you just got the two faces lined up and then the bars between them. It emphasizes the divide between the characters and the nature of the relationship.
Does it?
Yeah,
Okay.
Does it?
I will say it again. It does.
Hmm.
It's
But they're both on the same side of the bars.
right. But the vertical bar is the separation. Between
Oh, okay, I got you.
them. Is a clear.
And
demarcation.
also,
And-
one's good and one's bad and one's black and one's white.
Oh, I totally never thought about that.
Symbolism.
Symbologyism.
Symbology.
Symbologyism, yeah. I get that now. I see the
Half-Life
foreshadowing effect.
Right. But
Okay.
then here, this guy kind of brings on himself.
This guy's an idiot.
Yeah.
What are you gonna protect me when I'm getting shot?
No, he doesn't say while I'm getting shot.
That's exactly what he's saying. He's
He
fucking
says,
idiot.
Shit. Yeah.
Okay, so they're still
they haven't
missing,
I'm saying, he's like, what are you like? What are you
They've been
gonna
waiting all
protect
night
me?
here.
It's like, yes. When you go out alone, that's my job, just protect you.
Yeah,
idiot.
so he basically called up his own bodyguards.
yeah, he's
like
just,
a
there's, I thought it was
like
just
a- like a
him being so
dummy.
stupid.
So he wears the idiot hat for today.
yeah. He called off his own bodyguards, and he went.
And they did mention the fact that he's been holding
He's
that
a-
log for a long time. They're like, when's this guy gonna take a shit?
yeah, he's doing number 2 in the Don John.
Right. So can you name another movie where someone assaults someone in the toilet?
Young Guns.
There we go. Yeah.
With Emilio Estevez.
Yeah.
Yep. The same.
Don't hate me, but I think
Dude,
I
I
like.
think I saw that movie, but I just can't remember it at all.
Don't hate me, everyone, but I think I like Young Guns better than this movie.
Hey, Jay, hand me my 357. It's right here. It's unloaded, but I actually have the key
If
right
someone
here.
was like, "Hey, let's watch a western,"
Dude, I got my.
and then they were like
357.
Unforgiven or Young Guns, I'd be like, let's watch Young
I
Guns.
got my 357 within arm's reach, Johnny Walker. Don't you ever say that
Right.
again.
Oh,
Right.
but what I don't get
One,
is
two,
how
three
is
shots.
how much all these people suck because
Yeah.
like he literally opened the door like next to him. So wouldn't you immediately grab your gun at that point?
Dude, he was busy taking a number 2.
No,
Duh.
if you're taking a shit and someone's trying to kill you, and the next stall opens next to you, you immediately grab your
No,
gun.
I would
mean,
think someone's gonna use the bathroom.
yeah,
Maybe.
it's fucking stupid.
But again, the
That's
point
just
being,
helpful writing for the movie. I mean, come on, whatever.
No,
The point being,
no.
there's a clear divide between there's two types
The characters
of
are dumb, so they fail. Yes.
No, they're not dumb. They're weak. They're not.
Well, that was
aware.
just dumb.
Yeah,
That was dumb on
That was
well,
suspending my disbelief.
but dumbness is a part of being weakness. I think is kind of the theme. You gotta be sharp and powerful, or dumb and weak.
And then how is not one of these guys grabbing a horse?
Right?
What do you mean grab a horse?
A horse to chase down the people that just shot your friend.
They didn't know they had horses.
No, they have horses.
I don't know.
But
Look,
Not
they're
one
shooting
of
all
them.
over.
Look at the old guy in the back.
He's like, oh.
We're shooting?
He's like,
Oh, he's gone? Oh, okay.
dude, are those fake mountains in the back?
No.
Nope.
Are you
Those-
sure? That's
Real-
not like a Hollywood like little
Nope.
thing. Like
That's real Rockies in Alberta, Canada.
wait, I
Tap
thought
the Rockies.
the Rockies. All right, here we
Right.
go. Now we're at the scene where Schofield Kid basically realizes he is not the man he intended or was intending to be by
Right.
assassinating this guy who cut up the poor girl. He's drinking himself silly,
Right.
and
He's
we
in
got-
shock over killing somebody. Yeah,
Dude,
yeah.
right.
He's all talk.
What's-
Everybody already knew that.
What's so shocking? I don't get it.
He's all talking.
He was like, I was even scared just for a minute.
And his tone changes. He's like, "Oh, were you scared? Were you scared?" Blah blah blah. And then suddenly he just goes into full confessional mode.
Yeah. I mean, his character
Who
is
goes?
pretty
Who goes into full
self-explanatory. He's just
confessional mode?
full of shit.
Schofield Kid.
Yeah, he really has trouble processing what he did. So he's like, it goes from "I shot that fucker" to like, "That guy's dead now. What did I do?"
I blazed away.
Right. But he did actually fire 3 shots. Yeah,
Was it 3 only or 4? I think it was 3, right?
it was 3.
Three.
Yeah.
One was in the head.
No,
So
no,
it's-
no, no. All 3 were in the chest.
No,
Javier, can you confirm?
There was 1 headshot, at least 1 in the chest, 1 in the head.
Yeah,
Really?
they showed his head shot.
Yeah,
And
I'm
that
not
was
sure
the
what
last
the-
shot
I'm not
they
sure
showed
what
of
the
the
third one went.
character.
Oh man.
That might have gone to the belly. See, this is where the kid kind of admits like he never killed anybody before, and then he didn't.
I know you're full of shit. Don't worry.
And this is a part where the kid now faces his own demon. He knows he's full of crap. And he's like, you know what?
Well,
Let
he
me
knows-
just fess up.
he
Everyone
doesn't-
has their own demon. Every single character has their own demon in this. And it all comes out eventually.
Right.
And they're either trying to like be something else or like running from who they really are or trying to be something else. Like this guy's trying to be a hothead, like outlaw, like crazy, I kill people, whatever. Clint Eastwood.
Right.
And then Clint Eastwood's like, I'm trying to be the retired dude, I'm not about it this life anymore, blah blah blah. I'm out. Ex mobster, whatever.
Right.
And they both realize that no, they're the opposite.
His kid's like, or
They can't
William
really
Money's like, take a
be
drink,
what they
kid.
want to
You
be.
can't pretend to be what you're not.
It's a hell of a thing killing a man.
Try to pretend to be a killer? Nah, you're not a killer. Try to pretend not to be a killer? Nah, you're just a killer.
Yeah. Pretty much they got.
And I do like how they show her like coming from way back then.
Right.
They show her just slowly coming up.
Yeah. I mean, that's, yeah.
See, he's gone from euphoric to distressed.
Alcohol.
Right. Oh
Blame
yeah.
it on the alcohol, not his emotional toll.
Alcohol.
Cheers
does
to that. Clink.
Oh yeah. Oops, I'm money.
Yeah.
Good clang.
Take away all he's got. Everything he's ever gonna have.
And all he's ever gonna have.
Right. Anyway, so
Message.
right. Hey, that's my other favorite line of the
Yeah.
movie.
We all got it
coming.
We
Yeah.
all got it coming. There's not nobody that ain't got it coming.
That's right. Everyone's gonna die. So.
Yeah. One way or another.
Mm-hmm.
Means natural or unnatural.
Good clouds.
Dude, are those fake clouds?
Yeah, those are the 4K CGI clouds.
Ha!
Yeah.
It comes into play. See.
Right. They're this is like in
Look,
Weird
two other girls
interactions.
try to.
the decoys, right?
Yeah.
They're smart girls, man. These
Right.
these are the
they're-
real banditas.
They gotta pay the.
I'm not kidding, dude. I
Yeah, they
swear.
They gotta pay the fuckers somehow.
Well, you can't be a working girl without having some smarts.
Yeah.
Sure you can. We don't discriminate, Javier.
Not for long. Let's just saying. Otherwise, you get taken
not
advantage of
discrimination.
more than you already are.
Ned's dead.
Zed's
It's-
dead,
it's this
baby.
whole
Yeah, Ned's
conversation.
dead, baby.
That's from Pulp Fiction, guys.
No.
He really has trouble processing this. He keeps repeating everything she says.
Well, the first reaction, the first human reaction, as I said in The Matrix 2, was that their first thing is to deny it.
They only made one Matrix movie,
Oh yeah, I forgot.
What?
right?
No, seriously, isn't the first human reaction when you don't believe something like when it's so shocking you instantly deny it? Like no
No,
way.
it wasn't. No, it hasn't. No, it didn't. Yeah. That's how half everybody lives their life.
And then so she's describing how Ned was tortured to death.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
They just tortured his best friend.
Sign on him.
Right.
A sign on him in front of Greeleys.
Yeah.
I'd be pissed.
Yeah. You have to march back in there, man.
Right. You notice though, it's going to come up in a second though.
What?
It's a key moment for money.
Go ahead, say it.
I'll say it when it happens.
Oh,
In the
okay.
meantime, it's just this back and forth between William Money and the billiards player.
Javier, please. Working
billiards
girls.
player?
Working girls.
You mean
have professional
the,
titles.
Lady of the Night?
AKA Lady of the Night.
You know, a gentlewoman of negotiable virtue.
Negotiable virtue.
What the hell? That is awesome.
Anyway, here it is right there.
Dude.
Boom.
Is that from something?
He picked up the whiskey bottle and he starts taking a swig right there.
Yeah, his friend just got killed. He
Right.
started drinking.
That's the switch.
That's what happens.
William Money's back right there.
Dude, that's
Nah.
perfect.
Yeah, it is.
He was back when he fucking
No.
saw the dude
No,
going
no,
off
no,
over
no.
the hill on
No,
the
no, no, no,
horizon.
because remember, no, Javier's right, Johnny Walker.
No,
because-
he was back when he took the kill shot. He killed somebody already.
No, because remember, he said half the time I did all my killing, I was drunk. And
Right.
he's going back to
And
his
he
old
killed
self
somebody that he wasn't drunk for.
for money. Now it's for straight up revenge. I'm going to rip your teeth out, little Bill type stuff.
Oh,
Right.
well, I mean, it's not like he doesn't have reason.
Right. But he takes the revolver for the kid. And the kid was all like, "Don't touch my gun, mister." Now suddenly he's like, "Yeah, take it." Because he really doesn't want any more.
I take the drinking more of his old buddy's gone is
Yeah,
more
no,
him becoming his old self.
That's his old self coming back.
He's
Coming back to him, coming
Again,
back around.
This is a part, Javier, I have to agree with you, where now he faces his own demon. He's basically going back to the man that he always was. Even though he never boasts about it. He never brags
He never
about
stopped being him.
All right.
it. Dude, he was a broken down pig farmer,
That's the
remember?
point of the movie.
He tried not to be, but it turns out he kind of has to be.
Everyone goes
He
back to their
is.
original self. Everyone goes back
He
to their
is.
original selves.
Right. Can't deny your true nature. And then,
Even here in the same scene where the kid goes back, he's like, "I'm done. I'm not like you."
right.
Yeah, he's like Ned. He's like,
he-
no,
he's like,
I don't want to do this.
I don't want to kill people to buy
And then
glasses.
soberly, the dude's like, yeah, I'll shoot him.
Right.
All right, now we're at the scene where
And
like he's
it's
riding up in the
raining
rain.
again. And he's
And he was,
taking him off. It's here, like, take the money.
Back in a week.
Sally
Right.
Two Tree.
Dude, where's Child Protective Services all this time?
It didn't exist back then. And yeah, he's pretty much giving the kid some good advice. Get the heck out of town and don't talk to anybody.
Yeah.
But this is neat because he knows, the Bill's going to set up a search party and a posse. And that's exactly what's happening. But he really doesn't have to because trouble's coming right for him.
Yeah, he caught him.
Dude,
Look,
and
he
just
throws the
finished
empty
that whiskey
bottle.
bottle.
He did kill that bottle, so you know.
Yeah.
Dude,
based
he's
on how much was in
completely
there.
wasted.
He comes in ready.
Dude, this is perfect. I mean, what else do you need aside from an empty bottle and
This
like
whole
a
I don't like this
massive
shootout at
revolver?
all, man. I totally.
This was the best shootout.
I completely disagree with this shootout.
No. Okay,
Right.
we're,
This is
okay.
the worst part of the movie for
He
me.
sees that his best friend.
All
has a
this
sign
build
on
up
him.
for like this like nothing shootout.
Right.
Okay, this is what happens to assassins.
Maybe it's just
around
like
here.
badly shot or choreographed or something. I don't know. I'm not feeling it. The whole time I'm like, what? I don't know what happened.
But it's
None of
actually-
it makes any
the
sense.
shootout goes exactly the way Little Bill described shootouts go.
Mm,
Anyway.
no.
Yeah, it really does.
Everything that is shown from Bill up until this point is that he's like such a quick hand, like quick
Dude,
draw.
yeah. He
like
was in Quick and the
trigger
Dead.
finger.
Don't you remember?
Exactly.
He was the
like,
dad.
He literally
He killed his own son, Leonardo DiCaprio.
the dude behind the jail cell with a cocked gun. He would not go up against Little Bill, when his hand is on the trigger, when his hand is like on his holster. And then now,
Dude, this
Little
is
Bill,
the greatest scene here.
he literally sees the gun go misfire, and Little Bill doesn't shoot him himself.
He
He
does.
tries to, but
He
he
does.
throws the shotgun at him before he can fire.
Okay, he
Before
cocked-
can
No,
cocked
the
the
whole
shot,
point is that he's supposed to be like a super quick shot.
No, he's not. He specifically points out how he's not a quick shot.
Who?
Bill. He talks about how deliberate he has to be choosing his targets when to shoot. He talks about how gunfights are. You can't be too fast because you'll miss.
He does tell that to W.W. Beauchamp, I believe. Yes.
Right.
Yeah, but his character is portrayed as a quick shot.
No, he's not at
No,
all.
you're mixing the movies, Johnny Walker. That's Quick and the Dead.
Right. He's actually not a quick shot in this movie.
I swear to
No,
God.
I'm
I'm
not.
not joking.
Again,
I
he
swear
makes
to
it
God.
I'm not mixing the movies. I'm saying like
Makes it a point. He's like, this is how
all right,
fast I
calm
am.
down, dude.
He's
All right,
not
No.
that fast.
just
Javier
calm
is
down.
correct.
Listen, and the jail scene was
Yeah.
it not because one was faster than the other?
No. It's because he was psyching out English Bob.
Remember, he put the fake round in there. He put 5 in a 6 round in a 6 round chamber.
Even right then, where's your gun,
He didn't shoot at him, and he's got it. He's got the drop on him. Look, he's already pointing
dude?
at him.
No,
Right. His hand is on the gun.
this whole scene is just terrible.
What's
You
wrong?
were a
What's-
cowardly son of a
It doesn't
bitch.
play out how doesn't make any sense to me.
It follows exactly.
He's got the drop on him. He's already pointed, cocked
Just-
straight at his head.
People with guns, it just doesn't make any sense.
It actually does because it's following a lot of what's been established earlier in the movie.
I miss that.
I killed just about everything that walks or crawled.
This is awesome. I kill women and children.
And then nobody can shoot at him because they're scared?
No,
Yeah.
because he's got the drop on Little Bill. If anyone,
No,
just
there's
makes
literally
a
a
move,
room full of people with guns,
If
and
any-
nobody can shoot them.
they're
This
gonna-
is so stupid.
They would put
Right.
Little Bill's life in risk if they moved. He's got
What?
the drop on Little Bill right now.
That's the thing.
No, after, dude. He literally has to tell people to shoot him. He's like,
Right.
misfired, shoot him. Literally within those 2 words, he could have shot him himself.
Right, but no, that's the thing. They've been characterized that way the entire movie. His deputies are a bunch of cowards and Billy boys.
Right.
Even Bill himself, man, could have shot him. I don't agree with the scene.
Nah. See, Bill is calculating. He's telling them exactly what to do.
And none of them can.
Right, because they're kind of incompetent.
No, they will. He says after he shoots him, take out your pistols and take him down like the lazy, like the lousy
Mangy.
scoundrel out of
Mangy dog he is or whatever. Misfire.
Right then. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi,
He
4
draws.
Mississippi.
He's drawing.
5 Mississippi, 6 Mississippi, 7 Mississippi. 7 seconds later, he throws a gun at him. Fuck this. Fuck that.
No.
No,
He's already
no,
drawn and
no.
shot, though.
I see what they're trying to say, but it was badly choreographed, badly shot.
No.
This whole shootout is like that guy just sucks, and then
Yeah.
he tries to run away like nothing.
Yeah, like
No,
he-
like right now, look. Let me just walk away. It's like, what are you doing? What's happening?
He was running. He
I
was
don't
just a
know.
very
I don't
chubby
know what
guy.
any of these characters are doing.
They're being exactly how they've been portrayed through the first
That's
part
true.
of the movie.
Yeah, they're scumbags. They can't do a damn thing without Little Bill.
They're head on out the back. And then, yeah.
Dude, that was amazing.
So everyone just runs off. It's this gunfight happened the way it did because
Number one, because of the bad posse crew, they just
Right.
suck,
Not
which had
buying
been
it.
established and developed throughout the movie.
He had 6 to 7 seconds to shoot him after that misfire. I'm not buying it.
well, that's the thing. Bill's a bully boy, so he doesn't like even odds. all the encounters he's had previously, he's had the upper hand from the beginning.
What? Bill?
Yeah, he's had either a ring of bully boys around him pointing their gun to someone, or he's had Bob.
I don't know. Bill,
disadvantage in
I
the
don't think Bill would
jail
have a problem
show.
shooting somebody, and then apparently he does now.
No, he doesn't. I think he's just a bully boy, and he just found a bigger, tougher bully boy. And that's
That he can't shoot because he's too scared.
He did draw on him. He drew on him.
He drew, but didn't got a
Little
shotgun.
Bill did draw on him.
Yeah. Again, the parallel with the encounter between Duchamp and Bill earlier, Eastwood's giving him directions.
Not saying you're wrong, just saying I don't like it.
I don't like it.
Dude, I loved it. I thought it was amazing.
I don't like this shootout. This is like a bad
It's
part of the movie
amazing.
for me.
Sure, you're unarmed. I'm surprised the writer didn't piss himself again.
Yeah, I know.
He's like not armed.
I'm a writer.
Right.
Pick up that shotgun.
Letters and such. Okay,
Again,
dude, what did he pull out of the back of that?
Push the bullets in.
Right.
Dude, look at that.
It's the back end of the magazine.
Yeah, he's pushing the bullets into the rifle right there.
Right. That's how you load it.
Spencer rifle. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
It's a tubular magazine in the stock, so you pull the back end out, load the bullets in. They have to be flat nose, obviously. Can't be pointed. Pop them back in, then it's ready to load. And see, he's trying to dissect it, but
Is that so?
right.
All right, we got Lil Bill coming back too. I've always been lucky when it comes to killing folks.
Yeah,
He's got the best lines.
yeah, he does.
Awesome.
I think he was just lucky at that point because
He was lucky at that
badly
point.
shot,
Right.
badly choreographed,
I
and
can
it was
tell you
written that
who's gonna
way.
be
He
the
was
last.
written lucky in that point.
Right. Well, you make your own luck.
Yeah, basically.
And-
Harvey Dent.
Okay, Beauchamp just rolled out the front door of the saloon.
I would have shot that writer.
Really? Why?
Why? He's
I don't know.
innocent.
Anyway,
And plus, he was very impressed by his handiwork.
right.
He can't wait to chug some
Yeah.
alcohol.
Now here it is. Click. You hear him. Yep.
You don't click the gun till you got the shot, fool.
You have to.
Yeah, it's a single action revolver.
No, till he has it pointed at him, to where he doesn't have a chance to react.
Right.
He clicked it before he was even pointed at him.
Well, it's preparation to shoot. That's standard procedure at the point.
What? No, I'm saying his character is bad at shooting.
My
is
deserves
awesome.
got nothing to do with it.
Deserves got
Yeah,
nothing to
that's
do
the
with
best
it.
line in
That's
the movie.
awesome.
Yeah.
It's totally the best line in the movie.
Yeah. So yeah. So you
Then he
know.
blows off his head,
Deserves got nothing to do with anything.
racks it, cocks it back, aims, says yeah,
And then
aims towards his big fat head, and say bye bye.
In his neck.
No, he goes up a little bit.
No, in his neck.
Is it?
anyway, the point being good.
Last shot was in his neck. But I guess if it went up, it probably would have been his head.
Right. Anyway, I'm pretty sure it went through the spinal column or the base of the skull. So goodbye, little Bill.
Dude, he just shoots this guy in the gut. The one-armed bandit. That's awesome.
And again, this other neat part. He's coming out. He's trading out his reputation.
See, this
again.
part makes sense where he's like, okay, it's over. Main dude's dead. Nobody else wants to fuck with him.
Right.
I'm gonna kill his wife and all his friends. Burn his damn house down.
You know what it reminds
Kill
me
his
of,
dog.
That's awesome.
Step on his flowers.
You know what?
Dude, he's such a badass, dude. I mean, you
Right.
would never cross this guy.
He's
You wouldn't
like
even look in his direction.
re-embrace his legacy. But you remember, if
Literally.
you've seen Carlito's Way, Carlito does a very similar thing.
No, Ned.
And you
Remember?
better bury Ned right.
Yeah, you better bury him right. Yeah.
In Carlito's Way, he does this very similar thing where he's stuck in the back of the bar. He's out of bullets. He's like, okay, I reloaded.
Okay,
I'm coming out.
I'm reloaded.
It's all bravado.
Yeah,
It actually works. He can carry it off. Where a lot of other characters have tried to but can't in this movie. For example, English Bob can talk a lot of talk, but he really can't walk the walk.
Yeah, he can. He shot the shit out of those pheasants.
Pheasants aren't people.
I ain't no deputy.
Yeah.
See, And he's cowed everybody, even the deputies who really had a clean shot, had him dead to rights.
They had him dead to rights.
They have him now.
Yeah, but look,
and they still don't want to do anything.
This goes back to your point, Javier, where they are such cowards. They
Well,
can't
this makes
even
sense.
take a shot.
It makes sense after
When
he
they have
killed the sheriff and everything. And everybody's like, ah.
Right.
But if he like legit killed a room full of people in like a meaningful way, I would be scared. But if
Which he did.
But if he just shot somebody because he couldn't shoot fast enough, I would not really be scared.
Well.
Dude, the American flag in the back.
Yeah.
It's like
Although you're supposed to take it down in the ring, guys.
Delilah,
unless it's illuminated
say
by
something.
nightlight.
Well, he killed the guy who was supposed to take it down.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
He's like, yeah.
Dude, this music is awesome, too.
It's Hey there, Delilah.
You
Yeah,
just
it's a
see
good
him
theme.
riding off in the night.
And it is like a weird, and it's kind of like a,
I think they're like
it's like a dark ending, not a dark ending, but it's like a,
really dark, yeah.
it's like a weird way to end a movie.
Why? He accomplished the mission. He got vengeance. He killed the assassins.
Well, I mean, it was
he
just,
got the money.
He
you
rides
watch
off-
the bad guy become the bad guy again.
Yeah.
That's the beauty of it.
That's the beauty of it.
Yes.
They unleashed it. I mean, the horrors got with the. I'm sorry. The
And then-
Raiders
and
players
it's
got
the
what they wanted.
Javier,
And the
please.
first time-
Working girls.
The first time you really hear that kind of like bum 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 at all the shit in this movie, and it's only the end.
Wait, Javier, what was your term?
The billiards players.
No, the gentle. The
gentlewoman of negotiable virtue.
Negotiable virtue. It's such a terrible thing to say.
Yeah.
Dude, they exist today. Have you ever been to Nevada?
Right.
Okay.
Anyway,
Well, back
Okay,
to the-
so
the
first
movie
shot of the
bookends.
movie, which is the
Wait,
end
is this
shot.
a repeat of the first
No,
shot?
no, this is him coming home.
yeah.
Dude, where's the little kids?
And then so Miss Insomnia,
Insomnia.
And Sonia Feathers made the arduous journey to Hodgman County to visit the last resting place of her only daughter.
yeah,
That's the mom.
that's the
Yeah.
mom. And it, once again, it goes back
Dude.
to her mom, which is kind of weird.
Well, just
Well, she said she doesn't appear in the movie, and then he's like, "Why would she date this fucking killer dude?" That
Dude, there weren't a
And
lot. There
eventually-
weren't a lot of dudes back then.
men
and
of
then-
notoriously vicious and intemperate disposition.
yeah, and then I think the whole point is
Disposition.
that you can find good in people, and that's what she did, and that's what she latched onto, and she turned him good while she was alive.
Look, directed and produced by Clint Eastwood.
Yeah, if she was alive
And-
throughout the whole time, then he would have been fine, living happy farm, happy, wife and kids and the farm,
Written by
whatever.
David Webb Peoples.
But he's like, I don't got no wife. He's like, shit, I'll go kill people for money instead.
Right. He's like, that was his anchor, you would say. His wife
Yeah, yeah.
kept him like centered, grounded, or
But and then the mom's like, why would anybody do that? It's because she turned him good. Really, she really like saved his soul or
Hold on.
whatever was
Are you-
left of it.
You're saying the mom turned turned
no,
William
the
Money
daughter, and then the mom, like the opening
Claudia Feathers.
the opening credits and then the ending credits or what? Not the epilogue, prologue, or whatever.
Yeah, the bookends. to
The
movie.
bookends, yeah, and it talks about it always comes back to the mom and talking about her daughter and like why, and then it's like she came back here to try to visit her daughter's grave and everybody was gone, and then Clint Eastwood, William found where did he say he sold canned goods or some shit?
Found prosperity selling dry
Yeah,
goods in San
dry
Francisco.
goods.
Instead of killing people
Right.
that slash up girls' faces, he started
And
selling
then
canned
so my
goods.
headcanon is he just like lived long enough to where he figured out he was a Highlander, and then he turned into Gran Torino, and that's
Gran Torino.
and that's a sequel to this movie, and that's why it's such a
Oh, it could be,
and
right?
that's why he's such an awesome hard ass in Gran Torino, because he's just like living off of the same character as this movie,
Dude, Gran Torino could totally be the sequel to this.
and I could
Like,
totally
fast
see
forward, like 100 years.
what's his name, honey? What's William
William Money. William Money.
William Money? He would drive a Gran Torino.
Yeah.
Sure,
Dude, why not?
why not? Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, okay, so the
Just
credits
to
are
have
rolling,
fun with
guys.
it a little bit.
Rolls-Royce Phantom.
Credits are rolling. I know it's funny. Now you mentioned Gran Torino. While the credits roll in Gran Torino, they have a scene where it overlooks the highway of cars actually going, like moving, similar to how the tree is moving back here in the wind or whatever. There's like, I'm not kidding. There's
Okay.
always like a live. It's never like a black screen. Well, at least for those two movies. But
Right.
Clint Eastwood leaves
For
like
Clint Eastwood movies.
yeah.
Yeah.
I suppose so.
I suppose
I can
Maybe.
see that.
No, seriously.
That's one thing.
I'm gonna put the credits on for Gran Torino right now.
He calls him a puss cake.
What?
He's
that
trying
a
to
word?
steal his car.
Is that what he called him?
Yeah, he's like, you're nothing but a little puss cake.
Dude,
And
the
he's
kid
like,
didn't
yeah,
want,
I am.
The kid didn't want to join the gang. That
Yeah,
wuss.
He couldn't even steal old man's car.
That's true.
Yeah.
Well, you can't steal William Money's car.
Dude. So yeah,
That
we
dude
got
will
the
fuck you
credits
up.
rolling.
Well,
All right.
I hang around the other credits because there's dedication at the end that's, I guess, notable.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, way
All
at
right.
the very end.
While we're on our way there, ratings, Javier. If you had to rate this movie on a scale of 1 to 10,
It was a straight up 9. It's it's an amazing movie. It's well photographed. It tells an interesting story, and it's Eastwood pretty much cap ending his career as a cowboy in westerns, as a cowboy, as a gunslinger, however you want to put it, the hero, the anti-hero. It's like this was his swan song for westerns. He won't do another western again, apparently.
Good anti-hero swan song.
Right.
Swan
Swan song.
Schofield Kid.
Bill Murray.
James Woolvett. The Schofield Kid was James Woolvett.
Right.
Okay. So 9 out of 10. JVR.
Yeah, that's a straight up 9 out of 10.
Johnny Walker.
Hey. I'll give it a.
I got my
I
357
was gonna-
within arm's reach. Goddamn you! If you even mention
Hold on.
Young
You
Guns,
can't
You
threaten me
better-
with violence.
Good rating.
No, I'm not
That's
threatening.
the.
I'm just letting you
That's
know.
the.
General knowledge.
That's the.
357 Magnum.
The Western way of thinking.
Yes, we are watching a western.
No,
So-
I would
Okay.
say
Acknowledging
8.
invaluable. Damn it.
No, keep going.
Invaluable help and cooperation of Bill Marsden. Did I get it? Was that the only one?
No.
No, keep going. Here it is. Wait, there's
special dedication to
right. Warner
Clint
Brothers.
Eastwood,
the
duh.
dude that made all
Everything's
my
fictitious
famous
here.
movies.
No, the
Yeah,
animals.
no animals were harmed. So the horse that fell over was not hooked up to a wire or anything. It was just naturally trained to fall over.
Sergio and Don. Dedicated to Sergio and Don. Who's
Which would
that?
have been Sergio Leone and Don Siegel, who directed most of Eastwood's westerns.
Yeah.
And they passed away at this time?
I think they had both passed away by this time.
Yeah, Leon was
Dude.
was gone, and
I don't know why he didn't put their last name, though.
It's on a first name basis with them. I guess.
Director.
Okay. That's kind of cool, but I would have liked to have his last name and middle initial.
He would figure you would know.
Dude, I will not. I will educate myself just
Based
for
on
those two.
the poster. in
Oh yeah,
the
guys, I have a
if there's any
40
Sergio,
by-
you would know.
I have
I think
a
it would
40
be that
by
one.
60-inch poster of The Good, the Bad, the Ugly that I'm looking at right now in my room. So, no, you're right, Johnny Walker. Okay, but go back to your rating. You said
Oh,
Remember,
I said
57.
I will not be
Harassed,
vilified and harassed in any way. But I was gonna say 8, but I'll give it. I mean, I don't know, man. I this movie kind of misses it for me. I have a lot of weird problems with it,
I think it has a lot
and
of
it's
weird
not to
problems
do with
you.
the quality. It's just like get what they're saying. It's just like it's just kind of like, but
Was that a but-umps?
I'll give it an 8.
Okay,
I guess.
I guess.
I'll give it an I guess an 8.
A reluctant
I'll give it a I guess.
Is that a
an eight.
hateful 8?
Yeah, I'll give it a hateful 8.
Jeez.
No, not hateful. I'll give it I guess an 8.
But
Yeah, I definitely love the cinematography, just the shots, just Clint Eastwood's acting in this movie, which he was nominated for Best Actor, but he didn't win. I almost thought he could have won that award also with all the awards that it did win. This movie did, but yeah, Best Picture, I would go with Goodfellas instead of this movie.
what
for
the hell?
sure.
We're rating this movie, Johnny.
No, based on it won Best Picture for 1991, man. I mean,
Yeah,
I'm
but
saying,
you're like downing.
I'm
you're
comparing.
Like,
I'm comparing it to what it was up against,
all right.
and like at the time, and like, and what I like. So it's like that's what I would give it, and what I compare it to.
Okay, so you wouldn't give it the award, and you guess. It gets an
I
eight.
kind
Okay.
of there's like a weird blind spot for me here, where this movie kind of like
Yeah, I can tell.
I get the movie where I'm just like kind of just goes over my head a little bit, where I'm it doesn't really gel with me that much. I mean, like I get the symbolism, but it's just like a little heavy-handed at times, and it's like a little too
What,
easy.
The working girls got to
But no, Delilah got underserved for sure. She needed more character arc and the lines.
That was her point, though, to be a very.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. She was in the back she was the character being taken advantage
It was
of, and everything's
Strawberry
happens
Alice,
around her.
played by Frances
Blah blah
Fisher.
blah.
who was
But
the
Fathered one of Eastwood's children, I believe, or
Who?
mothered Eastwood's children, right?
Strawberry Alice?
Frances Farmer didn't you have a child with her?
No way.
is that real?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, she played
Weird.
the headmistress in the movie. Why not? So okay,
I didn't know. Maybe.
I'll
Give it an 8. But
But
I'll have to go with my statement that I said earlier. If someone's like, "Hey, let's watch a western," I'll be like, "Let's
All
watch
right.
Young Guns
All right,
instead of
guys.
Unforgiven."
That was yep. I'm grabbing it right now. Hold
Yeah.
on. Get my keys to my safe. Okay.
And that's not to say Young Guns is a better made movie than this one. Obviously, this movie's shot better, directed better, probably written better. But just in terms of like fun Western movies to watch, and shootouts wise, I would give it to Young Guns, especially the shootout at the end of Young Guns compared to this one. The only reason I'm comparing it to Young Guns is because it came out at the same time.
Did it really?
Yeah, around late 80s.
What
or
about
90s.
Young Guns 2?
And it's like nothing compared to like writing or directing or whatever wise, just like
It's just
fun Western wise.
Yeah, all right. All right.
But that also has to do with just the problems I have with the whole end shootout. This movie does not make sense to me at all.
And your rating?
Okay, guys. John Daniels here. I don't do halves or quarters. I know in other podcasts
0.5s.
we've given 0.5s. No, I just do like flat numbers, or whole numbers, whatever. But yeah, definitely agree with you. JVR 9 out of 10, easily 9 out of 10.
No, 9.5. No, 9.5 from anybody.
My 9 is basically like a 9.5. So just so everyone knows. But yeah, 9 out of 10.
Okay.
It's like the probably like super like must own list for me. Again, classic Clint Eastwood. You got Gene Hackman. Again, great actors, great story. It's a bit of a lengthy movie, but it's also
Not
it
really.
doesn't feel that way. I think it's a 2-hour runtime. 2 hour 11 minutes.
2 hours and 10 minutes, yeah.
2 hours.
Yeah, 2 hour 10 minutes.
Like
So
5, I guess,
0.58
without
or-
credits. Yeah.
yeah, so again, I think it's a must own, and again, just not only for the action, but just also a lot of the subplots within the movie, the development of each character, and then how they have to face their own individual demon, and they basically revert back to their original selves. Or
The whole way that was written was very well done. Yeah.
It was. I mean, you could see it in every single character.
It's
have
the
to-
whole movie. Yeah.
You
Yeah.
have to be who you are.
Yeah, literally.
Every scene has its purpose,
Right.
propelling the narrative.
So yeah, I don't have to get like all deep into my explanation. I think the movie speaks for itself. Rotten Tomatoes score speaks for itself. The awards you had mentioned, Johnny Walker, speak for themselves. The actors, Gene Hackman, Clint Eastwood. So yeah, everyone should have this at least on Blu-ray, at least, if not 4K. So yeah, that's my rating.
Yeah, and also having watched the Blu-ray and then the 4K, the 4K actually did add a lot to the movie, just for the shots wise, to show how old of like.
Brings it a little bit closer to the theater experience.
This movie it looks like it could have been shot today, like from the 4K quality that it has.
Yes, you
Like
can
it just looks really good. The way it was shot, I mean,
dude, it's my 4K TV,
just
plus
the
my 4K
scenes,
player,
the
plus
cinematography,
my-
and all that, and
Yeah,
just the resolution bump did actually.
it's noticeable.
Noticeable. It definitely added to the movie for sure. 4K.
Yeah.
And it's not purple and blue like everything else, or orange and purple, or whatever.
It's like
the hell it
watching
is.
DVD and Blu-ray, yeah.
right.
Which is one of the few movies that I have noticed
so
between Blu-ray and 4K.
So recommendation, guys, if you can get it in 4K. But if you can't, at least get it in Blu-ray. So,
Or find a local theater that may be showing it and go see it.
good luck on that one. Okay, any final thoughts? JVR, Johnny Walker, anybody?
Or watch Young Guns instead. No, I'm just
No.
kidding. I'm just kidding.
All right, I'm grabbing my 12 gauge now. Get that 12 gauge Mossberg out, Jay.
Deserves got nothing to do with it.
Okay. All right, guys, is that are we about done here? There's no there's no like trailer.
Watch the Sergio Leone trilogy, OG, $3 more.
Oh yeah, if you
Just
want to see where
$4.
Eastwood's coming from, if you could
Good, Bad, the
imagine
Ugly.
everything he was talking about as filtered through
Watch
those
those.
3 movies.
Name them again. What are they?
A Fistful of Dollars, a
Yeah.
few dollars more,
Yeah.
The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly.
Yeah, those are all the shit, and they're all part of
Yeah.
the same series, right?
Classic.
Right.
Iconic.
They're all awesome. So movie recommendation, guys.
And one last bit, as I would like to think, as Tarantino playing Tarantino, Clint Eastwood.
Why do
I
you
don't know.
keep
I don't
going
know.
back
I
to
don't know why
Tarantino?
I'm saying Tarantino.
Magnificent Seven?
It's because I said Hateful Eight.
Oh,
Hateful Eight
yeah,
and
that's right,
Django
yeah.
is just like it's been on my mind lately. But Eastwood, like his character in the movie, I like to think is like why he waited to play, and this is like, oh, this will be my last Western. Is like, as if his character from all the old Westerns, like this is what his character could end up being. Like
Some
it could
crazy
be
killer.
like his future self in any of those old movies of him just like taking up a wife and living on a farm and trying to have some kids and getting out of the life and whatever.
Yeah.
So it is like, yeah, like he said, like a good bookend to his Western movie acting career.
You want to know one thing? I really want to just go back to one of the scenes. I noticed that he plays like an old ass bastard. I mean, I don't know if he plays like, I think he's 61 when it was filmed. I don't know if he's supposed to play that age. I think he is.
Really?
Yeah. But if you look on his wife's tombstone, it says died at the age of 29.
Right.
Bit of an age gap.
And not entirely uncommon in those times.
Back then, yeah.
Really? Even in today's times.
Right. Well,
And you're only supposed to last year like 35 back then.
Oh, yeah,
no,
right?
No, it was a lot.
No,
later
that's
than
true.
well, just an older
was
man
earlier
would
than
have
that.
been more established and had a possible prospects or a career in front of him or
Huh.
behind him.
Okay. All right. So you said Fistful of Dollars, a few dollars more.
Good, the bad, the ugly.
Good, Bad, the Ugly. Yeah, guys. Oh, movie recommendation. Gotta watch those. Definitely cool. I guess that's it, right?
And oh yeah, also watch Tombstone.
Yes, Tombstone with Kurt Russell
And
Val
Quick and the Dead.
Kilmer. Not Quick and the Dead. Are we just
Why
gonna
not?
rattle off any single?
No, because you kept talking about Gene Hackman. And
No, because you
Quick
kept
and the
mixing
Dead.
it up. You were like, he's supposed to be the fastest gun in the West.
I mean, he seemed like he was a fast
No,
gunslinger.
He made it a point to saying he wasn't though.
Yeah, he even demonstrated to WWE Beauchamp. He goes, he stood up and drew on WWE Beauchamp and says, "You see, this is how fast I am within a 10-yard range."
And how I expect, yeah, this is
Or
about
10
as
feet,
fast
10
as I
feet
can
or 10
expect to
yards.
hit anything.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I guess that's it, guys. We will catch you on the next one. I don't know what we're doing, but we'll do something. And as far as the next Western, I guess we should do another Clint Eastwood flick. I mean, why not, right? No? Okay, Young Guns, Johnny Walker. Your favorite. We'll do Young Guns and
Doesn't
Young
have to be
Guns
Eastwood.
too. We'll do both back to back. Actually, we'll do both in one podcast
We'll
for
do a
you,
million ways to die
since
in the
you
West.
love it
I think you can watch both at the same time.
in Spanish. All right, guys. Thanks so much for joining, and tune in next week for a fun-filled episode of I don't know yet, but you'll see soon enough. Take it easy, guys.